What's up, guys? Welcome back. If you're new here, please hit that red subscribe button if you're watching us on YouTube, and if you're hanging out on Twitch, it's a purple button and it says follow. So if you're watching us on either one of these platforms live right now, please hit one of those two buttons. Red if you're on YouTube, purple if you're on Twitch. One thing I want to talk about real quick is we are also on all the audio platforms as well. You should see it in this graphic here. Literally, we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Spotify, iHeartRadio. If you guys listen to podcasts on a platform and you notice we're not on that platform, hit me up on social media, email me, whatever. Make a comment on the YouTube. Let us know, because I want to make sure that we can have the podcast on the audio side wherever you guys listen. I also have some announcements to make. I'm super excited about this. Last couple months I've been super hard at work trying to get this album done for you guys. And the people who are going to get first access to this, I put the link right here. That's going to be the people in the Patreon. So make sure you guys are aware of that. Go to patreon.com/JaredSingerLive. You get first access to everything as we start doing some cooler and cooler shit this summer, as well as bonus content, discounts on merch and stuff like that as we start to roll all that kind of stuff out. So make sure you go there. That's where the biggest supporters. If you've already subscribed, if you've already done that and you want to step it up a notch, you can join for as low as $3 a month. It's not a lot of money, especially with inflation going up. I didn't raise my prices. Still $3 a month. And there's a couple other tiers in there too if you really want to go crazy. All right, we got some ad reads we got to make. Let's get this done. This episode of the podcast and every podcast we do here is sponsored by Tone Vault Audio and Media. Tone Vault Audio and Media was formed as a recording studio business by musicians in active gigging bands. Doing work over the years in multiple facilities as well as in a mobile fashion, simultaneously while playing in live gigging bands, the Tone Vault staff has developed the experience to know why quality, performance, and longevity of cables is important, as well as the demands needed for a great go-to top-of-the-line product for all your professional project needs, as well as live music application. We tried all kinds of cables, and of course we have our favorites. They, however, tend to have a price point that's not so favorable. So we decided to craft our own and make it a little bit more wallet friendly without sacrificing quality. We use these cables ourselves for our studio and music projects, and that includes me. My entire drum set is wired up with these, and we're currently in the process of rewiring the entire podcast studio. They offer a lifetime warranty with a 30-day, zero-risk, money-back guarantee. If you don't like them within that first month, just return them. After that 30 days, it's a lifetime warranty, just like any of the other big names. 24 karat gold contacts, 99% oxygen free, you know the deal. They're absolutely phenomenal. Extravaganza listeners can also use the code 15SINGER, that's 15SINGER, for an extra 15% off any purchase. So go to www.tone-vault.com/JSE and join the Tone Vault family today. This episode of the podcast is also sponsored by Marco V Cigars, the official cigar of the Jared Singer Extravaganza. In 1909, an Italian immigrant named Victor Vito landed on American soil. Despite only having pennies to his name, Victor smoked a cigar to honor his pursuit of opportunity and success. Starting with that first cigar, tradition was born. In the Vito family, cigars came to represent pride in accomplishments and optimism for the future, and they still do. More than a century later, Victor Vito's great-grandson Marco honors his heritage with Marco V Cigars. Marco and his team's commitment to quality, flavor, and construction have established the company as a premier boutique cigar brand. Every step in the Marco V cigar making process is shaped by a drive for perfection. Farmers in the Dominican Republic and Nicaragua tend to their crops by hand, and the planting, harvesting, and curing are carefully guided by Marco V's tobacco experts. Dedicated research and testing have resulted in a leaf that cures with a rich, complex flavor. Each blend is aged for years to enhance the tobacco's deep natural sweetness, and every bale is inspected 6 times before the cigars are rolled by hand, never put through a machine. Quality still comes from the hands of the artisans. After a final inspection, the cigars are packed and shipped around the world. Overseeing the entire supply chain guarantees that every Marco V cigar yields the perfect celebratory smoke. Victor Vito's 1909 cigar represented pride in himself and his achievements. More than a century later, Marco V honors Victor's legacy with the highest quality cigars on the market. Create your own tradition, salute your achievements and your successes with Marco V cigars. Exclusive for Jared Singer Extravaganza listeners, just for you guys, same deal, baby. Go to marcovcigars.com and use checkout code Extravaganza15 to get an extra 15% off of your order. You can order my personal favorite, which is their Palladium, or you can order what I'm smoking on right now, which is their Maduro House Blend. Extremely affordable to begin with, and y'all get another 15% off this motherfucker.
shows that are like fucking, 4 hours away, and usually we have hotels worked into the mix for that. But
you should. Yeah, you should. Fuck yeah.
If we all just are in the frame of mind, like we're fucking getting home after the show, so having a driver then would be nice.
Yeah.
Leading to the podcast, everyone's confused. What are they talking?
We're talking about how sweet our van is, man.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking matter. Fuck them. They'll catch up. Most people aren't even here yet anyways. Most people aren't even here at the beginning anyway, so nobody needs to. Who cares what we're talking about at the beginning? I got a question for you fucks, though.
All right.
Fuck boys. Fuck boys, I'm glad to have you. Did you
Fuck
hear
boys.
Dave Chappelle canceled his show last night? Actually, his
And then
show
they canceled on him. Yeah.
Oh, wait. So, didn't they move venues?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
First Stab canceled on him. And it sounds like they're being a bunch of virtue signaling fucks. But Dave Chappelle said it on stage. I got a buddy who's a comic, and apparently he was at the show last night, and he said that Dave said it on stage. I heard it through another comic I know through his page. I was reading comments. Somebody in his comment thread said the exact same thing, that Dave said this on stage. And then I have another buddy who works at the Varsity, and I seen him make a post that said something very similar. And here's what Dave said. People had called the venue, First Avenue, and they were threatening the lives of staff members' families.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
Weird.
dude. So that's why First Avenue canceled. It's because motherfuckers were calling the venue like, if you do this, we will kill your kids.
Holy
like
shit.
that.
Oh
Like,
my
we will
God.
kill your wife. We will kill you. Like, that's the shit they were saying.
Weird.
So, like, when it comes down to that, I'd probably cancel that motherfucker too. You know what I mean? Actually, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I'd fucking, the show must go on. I'm old school like that.
Yeah.
Dude. What would you guys do if somebody did that? They said, we don't want you to play a show. We'll kill your families if you play this show because your music is violent. Your music, because what did they say about Dave Chappelle?
Creates an unsafe space.
His comedy reinforces violence in heteronormative stereotypes or some shit like that. I can't remember what the actual quote was. But what if you heard some shit like that about your guys' band? Would you stop playing? Or would you say fuck them?
Well, that's a fucking wild question, but
I don't know. Family's pretty damn important.
yeah, I mean, I guess,
Fuck 'em.
dude, if when it comes down to family, like, I mean, of course, you have to, right? Like,
The reason I would still do it is because I don't believe them. I don't think the threats are real. I don't think the threats are credible.
I agree with that 100%, but the off chance that there is one of those fucking lunatics, because fucking
Then I will
man,
shoot you.
like,
That's why I'm armed, and that's why I carry a
well,
gun.
touche.
Motherfuckers
Touche
are
to
gonna
that.
die. No,
That's just insane, though.
I get it, though.
I can't believe any of that. That's just so.
You know where
wild.
he moved to?
the Varsity.
Oh, okay.
The Varsity Theater.
Got
which
it.
is more appropriate for a comedy show.
And
anyways.
isn't that still under First Ave?
That's what I wanted to know, because I know it's like Fine Line.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure First Ave
Did they
owns the
manage that?
Varsity, or manages or something. I could be wrong,
I would
but
not
I
be
have no
surprised.
idea.
I would not be surprised if you're
Somebody figure that out. I thought that the Varsity Theater up until like 2015-16 was owned by some guy, and then he sold it, and that's when First Ave took over. But I could be 100% wrong.
Oh.
Because hasn't First Ave picked up a few venues
Oh, yeah.
the past like 5
Yeah,
years?
Fine Line. I think Turf Club's a part of it.
Turf Club, yeah.
I think so. Yeah, they have like a little network now, which is cool. It actually makes sense. You have like,
No,
if
that's
they do
totally
it right,
cool.
they have tiers to everything too. That's the way they should
Yeah.
do it. Is make it so where like if you're a new band, you play at this club on these nights. You know,
Entry,
and, like,
kind of, yeah.
yeah, and even the entry.
God, I can't
the entry
believe that
should be
people
like
fucking did that.
good bands that just don't draw a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
Because like the entry's still kind of a legit little spot.
No, I've seen a lot of amazing bands. I'm like, why are they here? Like,
Yeah, I'm always surprised at the size of touring bands that are playing the entry sometimes.
Yeah,
Just like, damn.
it's a cool club, dude. And because of its location, you can charge like decent ticket prices, so you can actually make money on a small room.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
God, that's
It's a cool
fucking...
place.
I can't believe that shit went
and it
down.
sounds
That
incredible
just
for
fucking
a
pisses
small
me
venue.
off.
It sounds amazing.
I would love to play the entry. That's like kind of my.
You've never played the entry?
Not yet. No.
No, we've never played the entry.
I wonder if I could get you.
Calling him out.
I wonder if I could get you.
Yeah. Fucking.
Oh,
that
I
shit
should give a shout out to
just
Logan
hurts me.
Staulecker. He made an announcement today.
Freaking
Yeah.
stall liquor.
He's playing. I hooked him up with my buddy Ezra, and so he's playing TC Summer Jam tomorrow night. I think me and my wife are going to go out. You guys going to be able to make it?
Tomorrow?
Oh no, I'll be out of town.
Oh no! He's supposed to have the thick Minnesota accent, bro.
No.
Yeah, shout out to Logan, man. Congrats to Logan, dude. I was glad I was able to make that happen. I couldn't do it.
Also,
I
Missy
probably could've,
Logan. He just moved out of my house a couple weeks ago.
Logan?
Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm already dressed and ready for the beach this weekend. I'm hanging out at
That's
the
where you're
lake all
going?
weekend with my wife's family.
Yeah.
So I'm ready for a weekend of no shows, no nothing, just hanging at the fucking lake,
Just
drinking
decompressing.
beers.
That's awesome.
Like tomorrow night, as soon as I'm done at the farm, straight out there, beers till fucking Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. We need that, honestly. We had a big stretch of shows.
It's been wild the
last
past
3
month,
weeks.
dude.
Or month too, yeah.
If not 2 months.
Yeah.
So other than Rockfest, what was wild about it?
We were just playing a lot between the Issue and then Out of Line, the country rock band that we play in as well.
You're both in that band?
Mhm.
Yeah, the whole Issue is in that band as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's the 4 of us in the Issue plus my older brother and his wife are Out of Line. That's
Crazy.
That's that band.
We are.
But we were playing North Dakota Country Fest the week before. That was Thursday. Then I played with my brother in the beer garden Friday afternoon at Country Fest. Then we drove back to Sauk. This was out in Bismarck, by the way, so fucking
Nobody has any
bumfuck
idea
North
where
Dakota.
Yeah.
The capital of North Dakota, which is
There
in
you
the middle of nowhere. Anyways, we played out there. Then we had a show locally to Sauk Center on fucking that Saturday. Then we played in Alexandria for the 4th of July. They had a thing, big fireworks show and stuff. So we played there on Monday. Then we had Tuesday off, traveled. Or wait, no, this was the week leading up to Country Fest.
It was
Fuck, I'm all
Alexandria Friday, and then we went up to North Dakota for a couple of shows.
That's right. We played a
Monday in Alec with the
festival in
Issue.
Alec.
And then we did North Dakota Country Fest Thursday. And then we did Little
Yeah,
Sock
we were
on
back out
Saturday.
there.
Then I played a Zippo Man, me and CJ did on
nice.
Monday.
Nice.
And then we did another grind weekend. Then it was Rockfest. And then I filled in for Chain Lightning on Friday, and then we played somewhere on Saturday.
Yeah.
It's been we need a weekend off.
Yeah, we played like we played.
I mean, that's what it's
We
supposed to
played, like,
really be like.
That
though.
is.
That's. I mean, this is what being an actual musician is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, is you're supposed to be playing 5 out of 7
Yeah.
days a week.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
you get a day or two off, usually not in a row, and it's to let your body rest and heal and recover. And
Recover your
I mean,
voice.
that's what you guys are supposed to be doing.
And it was the
well,
dream.
that's what we're
Now, if you can get
trying
paid-
to do.
Now, if you guys can get paid between 5 and 50 grand per show, then you don't need day jobs. Then you guys do this, and that's all you do.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just getting. I think most bands struggle to even get to the point that you guys are doing, because I think when guys start playing like maybe one show every other weekend, they think that's enough.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't realize, no, you should be playing like minimum Thursday through Sunday.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
exactly. No, and that's the whole thing is like we're not complaining about that being the case. Like
Sounds like you're
that's what
complaining.
we want to
Oh,
be
yeah.
doing. But we're doing that, and we're also working our fucking day jobs during
Right.
all that too. So
Right,
like
yeah.
our days off in between are not days off. Like I'm working fucking heavy hours at the farm depending on what's going on.
But that
in
really
between
still
time.
is the dream, though, right? Like, especially
Yeah.
the way you do it. Like, man, if I could do that, dude, that's. If I could get into a profitable band where we can play shows and do shit, and like maybe I even have the podcast or whatever.
Yeah.
But then when I'm
100%.
not doing the podcast or making music or playing shows or whatever, I'm literally Brett, I call it the Brett Favre life. You like think about it.
I retired. No, I'm not.
No, not that. I'm saying literally, like, this guy plays for 60,000 people on Sunday, and then goes
to his
home,
ranch,
and on Tuesday morning he's on his tractor, just like driving on his ranch. Like, that to me, dude, is the fucking life, dude.
Step one, get some.
I love that.
Brother.
There's the driving tractor part of farming is absolutely the greatest part of farming. There's a lot of other bullshit that's not so much fun.
Do you know because you got AC?
Do you know how awesome I feel though
and GPS?
Do you know how awesome I feel though when I just jump on my riding lawnmower? Bro, I have a John Deere riding lawnmower, and I jump on that motherfucker and mow half the block. And I feel
just because you can,
yeah, dude. And I just love it. I'm like literally.
I was gonna say
at my happiest.
2 laps out here and you're fucking done. So you got to keep yourself busy somehow.
I just do.
Turns out your neighbors love it too.
I just do other people's lawns.
Lawn here, lawn here. Get your lawn care here.
It's fun, dude. It's fun. There's something about riding slow machinery that's just an awesome thing to do. I don't know what it is.
There is
because you don't hear anything. That's the thing. Like motorcycle or mowing lawn, that is heaven because nobody's yapping at you.
Yeah, you got headphones in and you're just
interesting.
Yeah, it's like shower time, but not, you know.
I will say there's something therapeutic.
But no furious masturbating.
Or crying.
Or crying.
I will say my favorite job on the farm is glorified.
What's up, Scott? Shout out to Scott.
Scotty Cheetah. Yeah, Scotty, what's up, buddy?
I just talked about you.
My favorite task on the farm is basically glorified lawn mowing, and that's when we're cutting hay. Like, we're cutting, a few hundred acres at a time. GPS in the tractor, so you just set that thing and it cruises down the field. And usually I'll have my AirPods in and I'll listen to a podcast and some tunes, but a lot of time I just sit in complete silence and listen to the hum of the motor, and that's just it.
We talked about this last time you were on the podcast.
And that's when I write a lot of lyrics for tunes, is when I'm doing that, because there's no distraction, because I do have to, it's driving itself, but I have to pay attention to what's going on, because you could still hit something in the field, obviously, and you got to turn it around. So you're not
listening to music when you're doing this. You just hear the music in your head.
Yeah, I'll maybe pull up like a demo that we have on our phone and listen to it for reference. And then I'll just sit in silence and run it through my head.
It's weird when you do that,
think about
right?
melodies that way.
If you're listening to the track, it's weird how this happens sometimes, right? Tell me if you guys agree with this, because like the song or the part or whatever, it starts and stops there. So when you want to go like, I want to work on this verse, you either have to like figure out a way to loop it or whatever. You're kind of stuck there.
Yeah.
But when there's no music playing, you can like start and stop and speed up, and you can like really fuck with things in your own head. You're not constrained at all.
I get.
Does that make sense?
When I write music, 99% of the time it's when I'm like supposed to be sleeping, because I got to get up for my day job, and I'm like sitting in silence, and I'm like all of a sudden hearing a bunch of shit.
Sure.
Yep.
So I usually like hum it in my head. I'm like usually too lazy to get up, and I'll hum a melody in my phone, and then hopefully I remember to look at it.
That's cool. Yeah.
Well, and I agree 100% with that, because it's just like, I don't know. I feel like if I'm listening to the demo that we have, that whether it's just a phone recording in the practice studio or if it's one that we actually recorded, separate tracks and stuff to, usually the demo's not quite complete yet, or the song structure's not exactly where we want it to be. And I feel like I just focus too much on the arrangement of the song if I'm sitting there just listening to the demo over and over while I'm trying to write lyrics, as opposed to just taking initially what's going on in and then just letting my brain kind of do its thing, and then like, okay, jot that down, then listen to it again and put the stuff that fits in where it fits, and get rid of the other shit and fucking rinse and repeat. I just feel like I focus too much on like the song structure and all that when I'm trying to write the lyrics, if I'm just listening to it too much. Because you almost get set in the way that it is, before you want it to actually be done, you know what I mean? So then you're like, okay, that's the song now, and then you're just stuck within the confines of whatever that is.
When you do that, you basically are forcing the music, and it becomes inauthentic at that point.
Yeah. Formulaic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
We were kind of talking about that earlier before we started the podcast.
Yeah, and I mean, it's interesting, you know, when we're writing tunes, because I mean, there's some songs like the song "You" on the EP that we released.
Me?
yeah. What, last summer or whatever? Like, that was a song that Colin Johnson had just joined the band, and we were fucking around, and he started playing a riff. Yes, that one.
Dude, okay, I told you this when you played me this
song, or me?
You. I told you this.
Who, me?
Yeah,
no, you.
Yeah, no, him.
Who's on first?
So like that song, it's the riff is the right? I feel like in that verse, that riff should be cut in half. So it's like
oh.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, leave that gap in there, leave that room to breathe for you to sing. Because it's like almost a little repetitive, because it's just the same riff over and over and over up until you guys hit that little bridge before you go into the chorus. And every time I hear that song, live and on recording, that's what I hear in my head.
That's an interesting
I can't get away from it.
Yeah,
it's
songwriter
like,
curse. What would I do different?
Exactly. Do you guys suffer from that when you listen to other people's music? Like,
oh,
I wouldn't
God.
have done that. I wouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have done that.
Of course.
They should have done this.
Yeah.
I like just rewriting the melodies to how I would have done them. And all honestly...
What do you mean? Like singing?
Well, just...
Or guitars or what?
Both. You know, like, if I... That's how I...
Did you guys just touch hands?
Yeah, we grabbed
Lady in the
each other
Tramp,
for
the
a
glasses.
second there. No, that's how I like...
Lady in the Tramp did.
Whose fingers? Your fingers.
My fingers hurt.
No, but that's how I'll get like certain, honestly, like initial melody ideas sometimes, is just like randomly listening to the radio and hearing like an old song you either haven't heard in a while, and you'll just be like, what would I do if I were like in this situation? So then you like think of the song differently and write a different melody to it, and then try and either sing that in your phone or write lyrics down that you wrote, and then all of a sudden a song idea will start happening within our band, and it's like, hey, I got something familiar that works here, and then you just fucking slide that bitch in there.
Do you spit on it first?
Well, it depends on how generous I'm feeling. Yeah, usually just the frickin' talk.
Usually just your smooth words.
It's fun writing music though, man. It's really fucking weird how you'll have a song that'll just happen like that when you're jamming together, and then another song you'll have an idea that you fucking have been jamming for like 2 years, and all of a sudden, for whatever reason, like a change of scenery or like Colin coming in or just whatever, some sort of outside force, a different producer, will throw an idea, and you're like, holy shit. Yeah. And all of a sudden the song
You guys call him CJ?
CJ, yeah.
That's
Nobody's calling anymore in my books, to be honest, because
so
I hate...
You got Gibbs and you got CJ?
We got
Colin
Rifke and CJ.
Rifke?
I'm sick of hearing which Colin, so I stopped saying it.
I think I was calling him Gibby for a while.
Oh, yeah, might as well.
That's what like his buddies, his high school buddies all called him Gibby too, yeah. Gibby. But he's Rifke to us.
Where's Rifke come from?
And
then it's Rifke Kalk.
Kalk. Well, Rifke Cock. It's Rifke Cock spelt Kalk. Caulk.
Okay. We're playing a private party up in North Dakota, and we all crashed at his brother's place.
My brother Cal and his wife live in Jamestown, North Dakota.
So we got a few spots, like we got central Minnesota cities and North Dakota dialed. We don't need a hotel room, you know.
Gotcha.
We're just probably 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and we're just sitting drinking some whiskey, and some like Facebook sex bot tried to tried to add him, and her name was Rifky Cox with a COX and then RIFKY. And he's like, you know what? That's like my name now. And we just spelt it stupid like we do.
We were just
PH.
For us, anything with an F is an automatic PH.
Automatic.
So it was 2 Fs. So that's why it's PH.
This is really highbrow comedy. This is extremely. These are
the things that we keep ourselves occupied with when we're traveling in the van together.
Dude, we're in North Dakota. What else are we supposed to do?
Here's the thing. Honestly, a lot of people think being in a band is like all partying and like it's really not. Like, tell me if you guys can relate to this, because when I was in a band, seriously in a band, not just in a band, but like when it was real and we were doing things at a high level, it's a lot of work, more work than partying if you want to be successful. And it was a lot of dumbass inside jokes.
Absolutely.
Like what you see in the movies
anything
is
to
not
make
real.
It fun.
What you see in the movies is not real. It's way more boring than that. And it's the stupid inside jokes. Like for us, our big one was and I'm talking about Dying Euphoria. Our big one, and this still comes up if Ryan or Jeremy text me to this day. If you say something and one of us agrees, we reply even in text with "indeed," and it's from
bikes.
It's from fucking Big Trouble in Little China when fucking Kurt Russell's character is talking to the villain, and he's like, "So what? You're gonna just have 2 green-eyed girls?" And he goes, "Indeed."
Yeah, we got a lot of shit. We got a lot of shit.
It's the dumbest
like
thing, but those are the things that end up making like the real culture of a band. So like 5-10 years later, if the band breaks up, you're like, God, I miss those guys. It's that shit. It's not succeeding on stage. It's not playing in front of thousands of people. It's that weird brotherhood, your dumbass inside jokes that only you guys get. That's what I think makes being in a band.
You want to know my favorite part? And I bet Clay can attest, but packing the trailer.
Oh, dude.
My God.
TPJs all night long, man.
Tight pack job.
Tight fucking pack jobs,
And then,
man.
Do you have one guy responsible for that?
I'm somewhat of the director.
They used to put me on that shit as the
Clay
singer.
likes that a lot.
As the singer, since I didn't have any real
there's nothing
gear
that'll
to lift.
frickin' make a guy more solid in the pant region than a frickin' tight pack job.
If it fits real good.
I'm serious, dude.
Bro, I was obsessed with it.
Man.
I called it Tetris.
Adult Legos.
I played
anything.
Tetris. I was playing Tetris.
Yeah.
Is what I called it. Was I played expensive Tetris.
Yes.
Because like if I fuck this up, it costs us money.
Yeah.
Like the gear is gone.
And when
like,
it goes really good, it's
nice tight pack job.
Close the door like every time.
And now toy like a toy.
Yeah,
toy
we do that
like
too.
a toy.
And now, I mean, we got it down to a science now. Once you'll find a TPJ, and then you'll have a
job.
And then you'll
tight
have
pack job.
Yeah, tight
every
pack
time
job.
you say TPJ, you have to say tight. Somebody else has to say tight pack job out loud.
Oh yeah.
You'll find a TPJ, and then like a piece of gear will change. Somebody will get something different, or you'll add something, or you'll get like 1 or 2 things that just slightly changes,
which is every week
in the trailer, which is pretty consistent in our part, but then you have to TPJ again.
Tight pack job.
And it's like, it's so fun because it's like, oh, now I have a new fucking project ahead of me here at the end of the night that I can't wait to get. And then you get it, and then it stays that way for a couple weeks, and then you're like,
you guys
oh,
pack
wait.
your guitars in the trailer?
No, in the van.
Good.
We're smart. Until we get road cases for him, which we're thinking about.
Yep.
Custom cases.
Well, but we roll with, if I shouldn't say that, a lot of our just strictly original gigs, we don't bring any production. We started bringing our monitor board with us for all those, and Bert brings his front of house board with him too. Because it's like we have things so dialed in, and our monitors are set on there. We can do a throw and go anywhere, anytime if we need to. If we have our monitor board and his front house board with us, everything's saved. We've done so many different shows where he has so many different scenes for different settings that we're in. If we're outside, if we're in a bigger indoor club, if we're in a smaller, tighter indoor club, if there's a roof, this, that, and the other thing, like we have so many different scenes.
If there's a roof,
dude, some
matters.
Dude,
no, I know, but
some outdoor shows,
you should have said like if there's not a roof, because like 99% of the places
some
we
of
play
the tighter
have roofs.
clubs, if there's a roof in this club or not, if there's water leaking from the ceiling.
Though, like, the way you said it though was like you don't play in Minnesota or the Midwest, where
dude,
95% of where you play is
no.
indoors.
My favorite meme is like,
that's funny.
my favorite meme is like a tiny ass stage in the
Does the
corner.
place even have a roof?
Doesn't even have a roof.
Put that in my rider. We need a roof.
I know it's called a tavern, but like, does it even have a roof?
No, my favorite meme is the picture of like a tiny stage with an extension cord just draped across
I think
the
what you
front
meant
of
is
it.
you're
and
talking
they're
about
like,
a band show, right?
yeah.
That's
No,
what you're talking about, a band
or
show
just
where it's
any-
got like the roof over you.
dude, we're
The thing
from
that comes
central
from the back.
Minnesota. We've played a lot of shows on a flatbed trailer.
Oh,
Dude,
baby.
with no
With no roof.
with no
No
umbrella,
roof.
with no nothing.
Oh no,
Dude.
we've made a drum riser out of wood that we set up off the back of the trailer. So so we have room. So they set up a big fifth wheel trailer, and that's our stage. And then we set up a fucking drum riser and shit off the back of it.
Ask me if it's
No
sketchy.
roof.
It is.
So like if there's weather, rain or anything, we got fucking tarps and garbage bags and shit to throw over
Bro, I
or do
remember
a quick
playing-
teardown.
I remember playing at a fucking like a VFW or an event center or a youth center or something. I don't remember. It was a fucking basically a glorified public space. It wasn't really public space, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And we literally played on fucking tables like fold up tables, and there was like just like a dozen of them this way and like 3 or 4 that way, and they duct taped them all together, and then they put a couple pieces of plywood over the top of it and then duct taped that.
Kind of a what the fuck is up, Denny's kind of thing.
That was the stage. I'll never forget that.
No, that meme where
I
it's
can't remember what band I was in, but I'll never forget that show.
Why would you?
I remember I was the singer, I can tell you that much, so that narrows it down.
Mm.
Yeah, I would have no idea.
Yeah, like that our whole setup like Clay was talking about, it's wound up being super efficient for us when we're playing in scenarios like the Country Fest or Rock Fest, because you got so little time to get set up. Like, hey, you got 10 minutes, to get everything running, line checked, and we don't have to mess with monitors and
so we don't.
That goes miles.
We don't even do a sound check. We just do line checks. Bert just makes sure he's got a signal coming in. Bert is our sound guy. He just makes
Shout
sure.
out Bort in the Wild.
Bort in the Wild, baby. He just makes sure he's got a signal coming in, and we just fucking start playing. He'll do some minor tweaks right off the bat for the mains.
That's sick, dude.
To make sure that everything's good. And then, he mixes all night. We were at Rockfest. No, and any Uncle Daddy guys, if you guys watch this or tune in at all, you guys were fucking badass at Rockfest.
Hold on. I'm going to text him and tell him that we're talking shit about him.
You guys were badass at Rockfest. They were on the Who's on Top stage.
Hold on. Don't say anything nice about him yet. Let me text him first.
I'm about to talk shit about the sound guy.
Well, let me text them and tell them that we're talking mad shit about him now, though, and then give it 30 seconds and then say nice things about him.
Yeah, we're talking smack.
Mad shit about y'all right now.
No, Uncle Daddy threw down at Rockfest. They were so badass, dude.
Yeah,
they were so badass. And
everybody on this podcast knows I'm a fan of that band. So.
They put on a really good show. Those guys killed. But no, like we're talking about just doing our quick sound checks and stuff, and I was saying Bert mixes all night, so because there's always things that you can fix, throughout the night, and he saves the scene every time. So we go to another place, it's better and better each time. That's a lot of the shit, that helps us get further ahead of certain, other bands. People ask us like, well, how do you guys sound better each time we hear you? It's because Bert is mixing us all night, every night, and he saves the scene, and then he mixes us the next night. So when we're at Rockfest watching Uncle Daddy slay on stage, and you turn around and the sound guy's not even standing at the board, you're like, what the fuck, dude?
Wow.
You know,
well, that's his smoke break. That's his chance.
I know, but that's not cool.
What if
like,
he had to take a shit?
I mean, he must have had to take a huge shit, and like, I'm not taking shots at anybody. Like,
you put if you're a real sound guy, you put a fucking bucket behind that fucking booth, and you take a shit right there. Yeah, you got a fucking job to do.
Their whole set.
Bert would shit his pants
while
mixing.
you're mixing. While you're mixing, you shit in the bucket.
That's why you wear Depends, man. It's all about the fucking show.
Be a man. You shit your pants.
Be a man.
you fucking shit your pants like a real man. You fucking move on with your life.
No,
Bert would shit his pants.
It just sucked though. I felt bad though because
Bert also doesn't have to mix 14 consecutive bands all fucking day. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, dude, that's your fucking job, man. If you don't want to do it, then don't be a fucking sound guy.
But when you're a sound guy like that, though, no, you're right. You're 100% right. But when you're a sound guy like that, like when do you take your break? Like when you got to shit, you're like, oh fuck, I got to drop dump right now. Like,
no,
okay,
that's definitely a good point. And like if that was the case for him, like you got to go do that. But all of a sudden there's shit happening in the mains, and like. It was like he just wasn't there to handle the shit.
You know what's wild, dude? Is I seen fucking Stormbreaker at Main Event. Wow, fuck, it's not called Main Event. What's it called now? Route 47?
Yeah. Yes. Love that place.
I seen them a while back, and my old manager / sound guy, Joe Spanbauer, was running sound.
Fuck yeah, he's ran sound for us a few times.
And that motherfucker was walking around with a tablet mixing. Yep. So he's literally outside smoking a cigarette, still mixing the show, and he's listening. He's going, hold on. They got a solo coming up here. Then he waits for the part, and he fucking punches up. I think it was Billy. And he goes, because the other guy, he's got one of them fucking modeling amps or whatever.
Logan's got a Kemper,
yeah. But I'm trying to quote Joe. He's like, he's got one of them fucking fancy things. He's got a boost on it. It just goes. But the other guy, I gotta bump him up a little bit. So he's like waiting for it. But he's outside smoking a cigarette, mixing the show on a tablet. I was blown away.
Joe is the real deal. Joe Spanbauer is one of the best in the cities.
He's such a cool.
Gave me my entrance into the industry.
Yeah,
he's such a cool guy. He's been really supportive of us the past year. He's mixed us a couple times at Route 47. And
it makes sense.
And like,
Joe knows talent, dude. Joe knows talent. Joe used to be a manager. He had a little label. He had like a dozen bands under him. We were one of them. He gave me my entrance into the music industry, and the bands he had were great. They were absolutely top notch. They should have been huge. Not sure why none of us blew up, but it is what it is. You know, like each band had their own little deal that didn't work out. Most of them just broke up. That's one of my big things. You know, is a lot of bands just break up. But no, Joe knows his shit. Joe's a pro, and he knows talent. So yeah, if he's into you guys. That says something. And it doesn't surprise me that him and I are both big fans of you guys. And we have been for a while.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Jared.
Fuck you, Kyle.
Well, and he hangs out. I think he runs sound Thursday nights at the Jam there, and Colin Johnson goes there all the time and plays guitar too. So I think that's had a big part of him like catching on to us, is hanging out with
the
seeing
thing I
CJ
like about Joe,
play.
though, is Joe will tell you if you have a bad night.
Yeah.
That's the thing I like about Joe, is Joe will walk up and be like, you guys must have been putting some beers back last night, huh? And you'll go, what? And he'll go, you sounded like shit.
Oh my God.
And you'll go, what? And he'll go, you guys were terrible tonight.
Haven't got that yet, thank God.
I mean,
not from Joel, but from our sound guy.
I don't think he's
to us all the time.
I don't think he's quite that vicious anymore, but
our fucking Bert, we got like
he'll also compliment the shit
2 weeks ago. Like, was the first time I think that Bert ever told us. It was after the first like leg of the long weekend. We had 2 days off or whatever, and Bert was like, you guys did really, we were dropping him off at his place, and he got out and he's like, you guys did really good this weekend. And then we left, and we were like, Bert, you've never said a nice thing to us before. That was the first time he's ever like said you guys did a good job. Like he'll always say like, it sounded pretty good. Like, but there's always like a little thing, you know, and obviously there's always room to improve. So we're trying to be the best we can be. So having him say like, your guitar was a little bright tonight, or you were singing a little nasally, or Kyle, you gotta boost the top end of your bass a little bit. It's too flubby or whatever.
It helps a lot. There's too many kiss asses when you're in a band.
That's true.
I feel like it's almost the opposite of being a comic. Like, and this is just my perception, but I feel like if you're a comedian, there's a lot of people that'll come up and be like, they'll talk shit. Like they have balls. If you have a bad night and you weren't funny, right? You bombed. They'll heckle you. They'll talk shit, right?
Yep.
Or they're more apt to think they can do your job, right? So they'll come up and be like, "Oh, they'll give you advice." You know, I see this happen a lot. I've even done this to where I'm like giving comics advice. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, shut the fuck up, Jared. However, as a musician, I feel like it's the exact opposite. There's too many kiss asses. Everybody tells you you're great. Everybody tells you it was awesome. And I'm trying to find that balance as even a podcaster is like, how do I be honest with guys and give them constructive criticism when they need it because it will make them better versus I don't want to talk shit. You know, I don't want to make people feel bad. I don't want to end careers.
Yeah.
Like I had to humble this one dude on the podcast. I found out he quit. Like he's not even in a band anymore. I was like trying to like humble him, but then give him the recipe for like, here's what you do. And I laid it out for him. Do this, do this, do this. And you will be where you think you are now. Yeah. And fucking like 6 months later, I found out he just quit, dude.
This industry, you
tough,
ain't
man.
first or last, basically. And even if you're pretty dang good, you're still going to get like constructive criticism. Like you have to be perfect to get really good compliments from people you want to hear it.
But the criticism typically comes from people who don't say it to your face, is what I'm saying.
Well,
that's what I'm getting
back.
Yeah, for sure. But, and like for us with Bert, our sound guy, like there's nobody else that has seen us perform more than him.
Well, and
he's there every night.
Mm-hmm. And you know he loves you as people.
Absolutely. He's in the van with us.
So when
like,
he's talking shit,
and he's
it's coming from a good place.
But he's part of the band. Like it you know,
almost
we're in a situation with him where he's part of the band. Like he's as essential to us and our sound as we are individually on stage playing our instruments.
That guy comes to practices even. Like,
really? he comes to our rehearsals, dude. Like that's what I'm saying. Like he'll bring stuff to rehearsal, he'll record it, and he'll listen to our records, and he makes like mental notes of like certain vocal delays in the song on the record, so he has them ready for live.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying? And like we're doing stuff with guitars and getting stereo wider, because some songs I set my guitar down and just sing, and some songs I play and sing. So when I set my guitar down, we got to be able to fill that void with Colin Johnson's rig when it's just one guitar player. So he has stuff ready for that. So when I put my guitar down, he's not surprised. He's just like, oh, bring this fader up. Yeah. Colin's rig is stereo in the mains, and now we didn't lose any guitar sound.
He's been side chaining tracks, so he has multiple guitar things, so he can make it sound wider and EQ it different.
Yeah,
so you can pan him and
he does side chaining.
There's a question for you on screen.
Fucking Tank.
Is that Tank?
Yeah, that's Tank. So you know my black PRS?
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going with that. When you said black, that's not what I thought you were going to say. I didn't think... I heard black P, and I did not think RS was how you were ending that question.
You'd be surprised what's below the waist, but I'm talking about my guitar right now. My black PRS, the satin finish one, it's got a sticker of that guy's head on it in purple and green. That's that guy's head. Tank. He's asking me about the Rumplemints. Yeah, we played a
Aiken
So
Clay.
bedroom eyes, Rumplemints. Explain.
Yeah,
Explain.
this is a story. Okay, so we played the local
I'll get a picture.
block party street dance in Sauk. It was actually our first year playing it, and there's like 3,500, 4,000 people that are packed in the street here for this show. And we were playing with my older brother's band at the time, and it was our first time playing it, and we were all fired up and stoked and played, and we're drinking and partying. And at the end of the night, we went into the next door, and Tank is always a big Rumplemints guy, and I think this is what was probably the start of getting us fucked up on Rumplemints. Yeah,
it's this camera.
You'll have that in them smaller farming communities.
Oh yeah. I'll talk while you pull it up. There it is.
There it is. That's what he's
Holy
talking
shit,
about.
dude! There's like 13 people watching this. This is way more people than.
But anyways, fucking Tank. We walk into the bar. Me, Rutten, and maybe it was just the two of us and a bunch of other people.
Yes, it was after the street dance.
Yeah, it was at the end. After
there's a
the
picture
show.
of me and you. That's where that picture.
And
from.
yeah,
Kyle, is it true you know Tony Hawk personally?
That would be Logan Stoliker. Is that Spencer that said that?
Somebody said it. Spencer Blake.
Yeah.
You do know Tony Hawk
No,
personally?
if you look at a picture of Logan Stoliker and then look up young Tony Hawk when he was like 17.
I see what you're saying.
My God.
They look the exact
so it's
same.
now a running joke that you know Tony Hawk.
Turns out I have a picture of them side by side.
That's hilarious, dude. You
Fucking
guys,
stalker.
you guys got a music video to promote, right?
We do.
How long?
Yeah, we do.
How long has this podcast been going on? 45 minutes.
Dang, I cruised.
Yeah, I know, right? It feels like we just started this bitch. All right, so in 15 minutes, we're gonna play this motherfucker. That's what we're gonna do. If people are wondering why we're wearing sunglasses, it's Clay's fault. His future's so bright. Oh my god! Holy shit! You gotta hold this up to the camera.
Deal.
That's the same person.
Dude, they're the exact same.
That's the same human being. So buy some fucking don't say anything because it's going to switch the cameras. Hold it back up. So here's what you need to do. You need to buy some Stormbreaker stock right now because it is fucking going to be worth millions someday. Because clearly Tony Hawk and Logan Stormbreaker are of the same gene pool.
Why make billions when you can make millions?
Millions and millions.
Fucking invest it because fucking Tony Hawk is a billionaire, I think.
I'm sure.
I don't know if I'd quite go that far.
Let's look it up. Let's fact check that. Hold on. We got this for chat. Fact check that.
There's no way Tony Hawk's a billionaire.
Look that up.
He's got a lot of ventures for sure. I watched a documentary like a couple weeks ago.
Big investing guy or what?
Because what is a Birdhouse? That was his first thing. Then the video game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All the video games. Oh my god.
That's true. He's
and
making
then he's
some
got
serious
I think a clothing
residuals.
line, and then he's done some other shit. Yeah, dude.
Isn't it Airwalk or am I tripping?
Is he hooked up with Vans?
Are those the shoes? The Airwalk
shoes.
Were the shoes,
yeah.
right? It was either them or Vans, one of the two. Then I think didn't he have a run with Nike for a short period of time? They put out big money when they sign athletes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look that up.
But those Tony Hawk games are probably one of the biggest,
especially
games in the 90s, early 2000s.
I was going to say 2001.
Tony Hawk's Underground 2. I remember that.
Jamie's all the
that
viewers,
and like ATV versus
they are our producers.
Remote Jamie's.
Yeah, you guys are our producers. So Jamie's, pull that up. I want to see. I'm pretty sure Tony Hawk is a billionaire. I'm pretty sure.
Billions and billions.
So 15 minutes, we're gonna show some new music, huh?
Yeah, I just figure we'll just say
we'll
do it.
So
we'll do it
into
in 15 minutes. That way we'll do it on the hour, right?
Build the
We'll do it on the hour.
anticipation.
And then we've got another song that's new as well. Is that true?
Couple new ones, yeah.
Yep.
So we've got a video that
And
no one's seen before.
Yep.
Correct.
And
Also,
then we've got
which
a
is
song
new
that no one's heard before.
Well, both are new songs. The video is also a new
Right, but
song.
the second one's not a video.
Correct.
Yep. Not yet.
We've got pair
Not
of...
yet. We will be doing a video for it in
Hold
the
on,
future.
I've got
but-
it in the media player. So I've got Pair of Dicks,
Yep.
right? Pair
Yep.
of Dicks. Pair of Dicks is what
Exactly
the one song's
what it's
called.
called.
Twice.
Yep.
The old 2-for-1.
Yep. and then we've got Break You.
Yes, sir.
That's the second one. Yep. So Pair of Dicks and Break You. Very sexual titles, you guys. Very sexual band, you guys.
Yeah,
Are.
sensual.
Rock and roll, baby.
The Tissue is
for the
just
ladies.
so. You guys are just so intense.
If not in and around tents.
So where did you come up with the band name The Tissue?
It's because there's a lack of coming up with names.
I actually think jokes aside, the issue, I actually have said this before. I think it's a great band name. Not
It's
just
alright.
cool, not just good. I think it's a great band name.
Yeah, we're
I really
just
do.
fresh out of high school and we played a handful of shows and we're nameless and his uncle is asking about it. He's like, you guys coming up with the band name? And Like, no, we can't think of anything. He's like, oh, that's quite the issue, and boom.
That's right.
It's
I
like,
do remember you.
that
good
was
enough, and
We're like, yep, that's the name.
turns out, and that's how Out of Line got named too. We were nameless for 3 shows, and
That was a Rumplemints ordeal as well.
Rumplemints ordeal. We had a bottle and a half after we finished playing, and that doesn't go well for
Yeah,
most
the bar
guys.
manager was stoked about us. We were playing on a beach in Spicer.
I
And,
wasn't tearing down.
Yeah, well, you were fucking hammered. But yeah, we were partying, and the bar manager came up with a bottle and a half of Rumplemints while we were tearing down. Just was getting fucking
I partook
ridiculous.
in that.
Like, you guys are out of line. We're like,
We sure are.
That's the
yeah,
name.
we are.
That's the name. Are you guys Patrick Swayze fans?
If it's related to Trailer Park Boys, absolutely.
Or Roadhouse?
Patrick Swayze's Trades.
Or Roadhouse?
I guess
I haven't seen it, to be honest.
You haven't seen Roadhouse?
I've seen it,
It
one
is-
time,
it
but it
is-
was so long ago.
I feel like I'm almost like Peter Quilling this. Like Roadhouse is like the greatest movie of all time. It's like
Really?
definitely one of the top 5 greatest movies ever made.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Well,
like Godfather 2.
Behind Ace Ventura.
It's like it's got not in any particular order, but top 5 movies of all time.
Cool
Godfather
Runnings.
2, Godfather 2, Back to the Future 2,
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Is that like the weirdly animated one?
No, that's Secret of the Ooze with
Hot
Bebop and
Shots?
Rocksteady. Hot
Secret of
Shots
the-
Part 2.
Dude, I love Hot
They're all
Shots. I
sequels.
just
And the
watched
Dark
those
Knight,
two.
And The Dark Knight, they're all sequels.
Well,
There
that's a
we
good
go.
movie.
You know, I just honestly, once I started with Godfather 2, I just wanted to pick all sequels throughout the whole thing.
So not a fan of the Phantom Menace, huh? You can pretty much skip over that.
I don't remember. I actually was going somewhere else with this when I started this, but I don't remember.
What?
Oh, yeah. It was fucking... So Why Do You Live the movie Hot Rod? Or not Hot Rod, sorry. That's the other movie in my,
My
head.
name's
Roadhouse.
Rod, and I like to party.
My name's Rod, and I also like to party.
No, I'm the guy that parties.
My name's
sake.
Rod, and I party.
Oh, loose.
My name's Rico, and I party.
I don't know. I've seen Roadhouse once, so the references are not clicking with me right now, I guess.
The only thing I remember about that movie is Patrick Swayze's got a knife in his boot, and he hits the ground.
Not a
and
snake in his boot.
It kicks out the tip, and he kicks people in the neck.
Just the tip?
It's awesome. That's my jam right there, bro.
Just the tip?
There's so
Just
many
the
movie
tip.
quotes
That's my
happening.
jam.
You could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. That might be the single greatest movie,
Oh, my neck.
or single greatest line in a movie of all time.
I'm a big fan of Bow to Your Sensei from Napoleon Dynamite. You get a girl like this.
Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme.
There's a couple from Napoleon Dynamite. One of them for me is back in '84. I could throw a pigskin a quarter mile.
See those mountains over there?
A fucking quarter mile, dude. Get out of here, dude. that's literally like fucking.
Oh.
I think 4 football fields or some shit like that. A quarter mile,
I would,
maybe
yeah.
5. I think it might be 5.
4th and 10, he's going for it.
Jesus Christ. And the other one is you have to
fuck.
move out. My mom said you're ruining all our lives and eating all our steaks. Those are the 2 lines that stick out with me forever from that.
Steaks.
Fucking steaks.
You're ruining all our lives and eating all our steaks. Like, those are the top 2 priorities.
I like the chaos nature of this podcast today. Loving it.
Steaks.
Today.
Oh, okay.
Today.
Fair.
That's the one thing I can guarantee people on this podcast.
Clay's wife was in Roadhouse.
Oh, careful talking about a man's wife.
Easy take.
Easy there,
Yeah,
Tiger.
he fucking says that all the time, that son of a bitch.
You can talk all the shit about my mom, but don't talk any shit about my wife.
God
bro.
damn.
Don't talk shit about him.
Your mom was in Roadhouse. Fair? Yep. Fair.
Turns out
She's
your
a
mom
tough
went to
bitch.
college.
She's a tough bitch.
Your mom went to college.
Dude, are you guys football fans?
Yeah, so.
Yeah, if there's beer.
You guys Vikings fans?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay, so Matt
unfortunately.
Burke, former Minnesota Viking.
Blondie.
Blondie. Oh, Blondie?
Doesn't he have spiked hair and shit too?
Not really. It's kind of like mine, but blonde. Kind of like his, but blonde. It's like a cross between mine and yours. Like it's more
Matthew
straight back than
Buck,
mine,
see?
but not as straight back as yours. And he's running for
Similar but different.
Used to play for fuck you, Clay.
So they're like the same thing, but not.
He played for the Vikes. He played for the Vikes. Winning won a Super Bowl for the Ravens. Won a Super Bowl for the Ravens. He's back in Minnesota.
Raisins.
The Raisins. The California Raisins.
Too crisp.
And now he's running for lieutenant governor.
And Dan.
So
ice cream.
he's running for lieutenant governor and Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
He's running for lieutenant governor and Dan. Dude, I was like 2 sentences past that before that finally registered in my head what you actually said. That's as dumb as Derek Grant from Uncle Daddy.
Oh,
when I
Apparently
said
and
you can't run with the
buttholes.
boys, he said no because we're too quick. That's as dumb as that. Oh my god, dude.
That's fucking funny.
I don't even remember what my point
Lieutenant
was.
Dan has no legs.
We're talking about the Vikings for some reason, then we're talking about
I was talking about
Lieutenant
Matt
Dan.
Burke.
Yeah,
He's running. Oh,
and
yeah,
how
yeah,
similar he is to Lieutenant Dan.
That's what he said. He said,
if not,
I want to get your thoughts on this. I'll talk about this more on the morning show tomorrow. But he said something like, he said,
Ice cream.
you know, when women talk about when we talk about something about fucking abortion rights, he said something like when we give them abortion rights, we encourage them to have careers. Something like that, some shit like that. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
I saw something along those lines, but
dude, it's one
I don't know. To not stress myself out, I prefer to just like saw it. I'm just hanging out.
I mean, he's a conservative. He's running as a conservative. Yeah. So that's what it was. As you said, your mom goes to college. That's what that reminded me of.
I can see it in your fucking face.
She's gonna have a fucking career and abort a bunch of babies. That's what it was.
ring the fucking face.
Oh my god, dude! Cracked me the fuck up. I was dying laughing. Oh fuck! What time is it?
Game time.
57. Yeah, it's game time.
It's game time, boys.
Brother.
Yeah, let's do it.
JD Rock and Roll says, Kyle, check your phone.
Check
JD
your
Rock and Roll,
phone.
I'm going to tell you, you fuck, to not text my guests while they're on the podcast. And you should
it's
know
related.
better.
It's related. It's so
you should
related.
know better because you're on the you've been on the podcast.
140 million. Tony Hawk.
That's it? That doesn't
and
seem
then he
right.
crossed out Tony Hawk and he put Logan Stoliker above it.
I told you fuckers it wasn't billions.
That doesn't actually.
That's fucking
I don't
Joe
buy
DeRocher
that.
nature.
I don't buy that. I don't buy that.
Joe, you're the man. And by the
140
way,
that
I
people
need
know
that
about.
PNG.
Probably.
We'll show.
That's fair though.
Everybody
That's fair though
knows.
because
Everybody
you can't
knows.
put a meme in the comments. I get it. You get it past that time.
Speaking
Joe.
of Rifki,
You should have just texted me. That's what you should have
Rifki.
done.
Speaking of Rifki cock, Joe DeRocher made the fucking greatest picture logo for Rifki cock, and he's gonna put it in a PNG for me so I can make t-shirts. We're gonna put them on our fucking merch page, theissuemn.com/merch. We got a ton of gear on there. Check it out and tune in to upcoming t-shirt that Joe is about to put in our
Hashtag
lap.
DM
because
for
it's
promo.
hilarious and awesome.
DM for promo, brother.
Hashtag DM for promo.
Promo combo?
Instagram bots, yo.
All right, you guys ready to play a song?
Yeah,
video?
so
A
we
video?
got a new EP coming out next Friday, the 29th. Wasted Life is the name of the EP, and we are going to play a song and a brand new music video.
Fucking Joe.
I lived with Tony Hawk, bro.
Joe for the win. Joe for the win.
So yeah, here's the new song and video for Paradox. Check it out. 7/29 next Friday.
It's Paradox?
Paradox.
Oh, I programmed the name Pair of Dicks. Dude, I was way off.
Twice.
It ships, it fits.
Now, see.
So, anyways, Patreon, bitch.
Patreon, bitch.
If not, subscribe to our frickin' YouTube channel and Jared's while you're at it.
Yeah, hit sub. I mean, if people are chatting, they have to sub to my channel now. We had a problem starting about 3 to 6 months ago with literally, I'm not exaggerating this all, because we're a baby bitch podcast. Like, we don't have a lot of viewers, especially on YouTube. But we legitimately started having Russian sex bots coming in and commenting during the live feeds.
Rifty Cox.
Yeah, Rifty Cox, man.
It was just calling in his basement.
Yeah, so basically you have to sub and hang out for about 10 minutes.
Also, go follow Bort in the Wild.
Oh, please. The content is next level on Bort in the Wild.
What is Bort in the Wild?
It's Random pictures of Bert, our sound guy, anywhere in the universe.
He's in the wild, baby.
Mostly at shows, sometimes in the van.
Sometimes
definitely in his paradise. Living in a Bortis paradise.
Well, I like the tune, boys.
Thanks.
You guys are kind of all over the place, though. I gotta give you a little shit about this because you guys you've been putting out some softer stuff. Last couple tunes have been kind of ballady
for the ladies,
right? And then this one's a little more metal than you guys usually go.
Yeah, that comes with us all liking a lot of different stuff and. Also,
pick a lane, fellas. I'm just kidding.
ADHD is fun.
That's what you should do. Is exactly that. That's what I was trying to get one of you to say. Is we do whatever we want.
Yeah.
You guys like it. That's what you put out.
That's what we do.
And then hopefully you find people that also dig it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the formula.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
if you're catering, then it's nothing more than pandering.
This EP is cool. It's all. I mean, this is the heaviest song on the EP, but it's all. Once you hear the rest of the EP together with this song, it does fit in and it makes sense. I'm really excited. We've been writing a lot of new material since Collins joined the band over the course of the past year. That's new material, and that's all over the place too. And that record is going to be gnarly because we got some heavy shit like this. We got some just, straight up rock tunes on there. We got some quieter stuff, trying to do a cool record with a lot of what's the word for it? Dynamics.
Mm-hmm.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Because Tokyo drifting.
I saw a picture online the other day that was it was dynamics in the 60s, and it was all just wavelengths, and it was going, and basically it was showing the master volume from wavelengths from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and they each get more and more compressed, and there's less and less dynamics on the average master as the years have gotten earlier, and that's, you can hear that now in today's music. It's all very compressed. I would assume
there was a giant jump when they went to digital as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the 90s. And 80s, I should say.
The just overall flatness and compression of a record, I imagine, had to be dramatically increased when they went to pure digital recordings in the 2000s.
Yeah, streaming. Saving space. It's all about saving space.
Yeah, I know for a fact that that's one of the sneaky things that's okay. Hold on. This is what makes the new Apple shit really impressive. The
lossless stuff?
Lossless recordings, because one of the reasons Apple was able to do the iPod and all of this is when they created the MP4, they chopped off the entire top and the entire bottom end of tracks, and only musicians ever heard the difference.
Yeah,
but it was there. It was tangible. It was sections would basically be gone, entire instrument sections that you could hear in certain scenarios are gone now.
Yeah, you could completely lose it.
Now they fucking brought it back. So I'm curious as to what the difference is there. I'm not into I don't do mastering, I don't do mixing. I'm not smart enough to actually know. If somebody explained it to me, I might be able to keep up, but I'm wondering what that is.
How about Dolby Atmos? Have you done that yet? There's multiple ways to pan it. I don't know if I'm right, but it's more than just left-right. Is that
the 5.1 shit, basically?
You can have speakers in the ceiling, stuff pan that way. They don't do a lot of music like that, but I think a lot of Kanye's, or I think they did some Pink Floyd with it, but it's very seldom, but it's crazy. I have one friend that has a setup.
Didn't they remaster Dark Side of the Moon?
I think so.
To that, and it was insane sounding.
It already was, but it's okay.
I mean, seriously, talk about a record that just fucking will make your mind spin the first couple times you listen to it. That Dark Side of the Moon. I just remember when I was I don't know, probably 17. 18
the van
listening to Pink Floyd for the first time in the van, and it was just
do you guys do drugs? You guys do like you could do like real drugs like
Nah.
mushrooms, acid, anything like that ever?
No.
I've never done mushrooms. No.
Acid?
Smoking the reefer.
Nothing? No hallucinogens?
Nah.
It's a bit cliche to do it, but you kind of have to. It's almost like a rite of passage if you're a musician. And if you do mushrooms, at some point in time, you have to listen to Pink Floyd records while you're doing mushrooms or acid, because they wrote a lot of that music.
I can't
for
imagine how stressful that'd be.
They
but
did that
awesome.
on purpose. Like that's kind of the point. Is to do that kind of shit.
You could tell that's what was going on, and that's why it's like, unless you can get to that frame of mind, you can't even like comprehend.
Dude, I got a big
their
songwriting on here right now. You guys want to do some mushrooms?
No,
let's fucking do some mushrooms.
That would be wild.
It'll be great.
It's
let's
awfully
do some
tempting.
Mushrooms. You guys want to do mushrooms?
I think I would try.
Have you ever had the urge?
I feel like it. I wouldn't want to.
I'm a curious person, so I mean, I'm curious enough that I would want to like know.
Do you guys have any issues?
Not that I'm aware of.
Like insecurities, depression,
like
anxiety,
issues, or
father issues. Yeah, father issues. Anything?
That's what everybody says. Is like if you got lingering problems, like it'll excite shit
or
that
like,
you're not aware of.
For me, like I'm at a weird spot in my life, right? Like my age and shit. Like I'm starting to deal with like my own mortality and shit. So that's when I'm excited. I'm gonna do a big ass handful of mushrooms and I'm fucking contemplate life again. You know what I mean?
My God.
Like what am I doing? You know, like that kind of shit, dude.
Find
like
yourself.
I go deep with it. You can do a little bit and just like giggle. Like if you do a little bit of mushrooms, you might see the walls look like they're breathing a little bit. And if you stare at the floor, it might look like it's breathing a little bit. Things might like look a little wavy, you know?
Weird.
But it's nothing crazy. It feels like you're drunk. It feels like you're drunk, and everything's hilarious. That's if you do a small amount.
Daddy issues hits big time.
Daddy issues hit different.
Let's
Shout
get
out
this
to Joey Moya.
Let's get this tour going, Uncle Daddy. Let's go.
It only took an hour and a half, but I texted Joey and told him we're talking mad shit about y'all.
We're complimenting you a bunch. You
We
guys
actually
killed it
say
at
really positive
Rockfest.
things.
Damn, that was sick.
They know me.
Dude, they got a
know I
great
love those
band. They
guys.
got a really good band. There's all moving parts within the band, not only just playing, but as they are on stage is fucking
They're tight
excellent.
and they
dude.
put on a show. That's
Like,
the biggest thing.
they got
you don't
their
have to tell
stage
me.
presence. Is
I know. I'm just
insane.
like
You
it's,
don't have to
it's,
tell me.
it's fun to watch and I mean,
Honestly, I think
we played with those guys like 4 years ago.
They
And-
might be the best band in town. Gun to my head, I talked about this with fucking Weideman. I had John Weideman on the podcast.
Yeah.
And I said this out loud. I said, gun to my head, they might be the best band in town. Like seriously, life on the
Yeah, dude,
line.
they're-
life on
agree.
life on the line. I
Yeah.
don't know your music preferences, and you say, "Fucking, I'm gonna kill you if you don't show me like fucking some Rick and Morty shit."
Yeah.
Right when they showed it,
Play
show
the
me
best
what
song.
you got.
Show me what you got.
Right, like that kind of shit. I might go, Uncle Daddy, go.
Yeah.
Like, but.
They
And
deliver.
we're just talking for this town, right?
Yeah.
But is what I gotta say, and I'm not kissing your ass. You know, anybody who knows me or knows this podcast knows I would never do that. I think you and Via are right there, and it's personal preference at that point. I think you guys are that good of a band.
Dang.
Every time I've seen you, you guys get better. When Logan was filling in, Stahlecker, when he was filling in a while back, it was impressive. But there's something special about what you call him, CJ.
Yeah.
Colin 2 is what he was called for a while on the podcast.
Calling the second.
Yeah. Carl Jr.
To the second power.
Carl Jr.
C squared.
But no, there's something special about him and the chemistry that you guys have together. It's really good. I'm really happy about it. And specifically why I'm saying the three of you is because I'm talking pure rock bands.
Yeah.
Not talking like Stormbreaker where they're like almost metal, right?
Yeah.
Not talking By the Thousands where they're straight up fucking metal, almost gent. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking rock music where it's like the biggest audience possible.
Yep.
Like the most palatable. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
For sure.
And there's some really talented bands in this town, including bands like Soul Asylum are still active.
Yeah,
You
man.
know what I mean?
Soul
Like there's some
Asylum's
legit
great.
bands. And it is what it is, but I think you guys really are that good. And I'm super honored to have you guys on the podcast again. As many times as we've had you guys, we've been fucking getting to know each other.
Appreciate
I've had every
that.
member
To
I've
the
had-
banquet beers.
I've had every member of the issue except for
CJ.
CJ yet.
Whenever you do that,
Yeah, dude,
I've been
saving that one. I've been saving that one because I want to pull that trigger, and I want to get him on by himself, and I want it to be special because like he's the newest guy in the band and shit like that. You know what I mean? So. Dude, I didn't want to just like randomly bring him on when he was new to the band and didn't really know what you just see what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't want to bring him on in a group situation where
the first CD that he showed on is here, and it's almost out.
His guitar playing fucking shows on it.
Dude, live
shows.
Live, he's one of the best guitar players I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's because everything that he does in the studio, he does live. Yeah, right.
It's because everything he does, I taught him.
Yeah, I need to take some guitar lessons from that fucking guy. Well, he makes everybody around him better. He's made us. The reason we sound better is because he was just better, and we've gotten better playing with him. And that's one thing. I'll pat mine and Kyle's backs a little bit here. You know, we've always wanted to make sure the band was always fucking progressing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And like Colin Gibbs was progress.
Fucking Bert. It's not on camera now, but Bert's giving fucking. He said, "Yeah, they're a good band, but maybe they need a sound guy that'll stay at the mixing board." He's talking about Uncle Daddy.
Lordy.
He's talking about Rockfest.
Love you too, Joey.
When the sound guy walked away from the board.
Bert was the guy that was pissed about that, but we don't know. Maybe he had an iPad and he was standing side stage. Bert.
Maybe Sweaty Pedals.
Maybe he was taking
Uncle
a shit.
Daddy should hire Bert. It's silence. Awkward silence. They're like, don't take our song guy.
No, what they need to do is they need
don't
to
take our song guy.
We need to go on tour together, and
then we'll share.
Bert will mix both bands, and we'll be happier than picking shit.
I'll tour manage that tour. I'm a good tour manager.
We're gonna call it the Daddy Issues Tour.
Yeah,
dude, that's brilliant.
Coming to a town near you.
I'll tour manage because that's a fun gig, anyways, and we can podcast from the road. It'll be dope as fuck. It'll be the coolest thing ever. And we don't even have to do it like live on YouTube. Like for my podcast, I'm saying we can do it and just use it as documentation. You guys can put that shit in your own vlogs, on your own Instagrams.
We need to do
put that shit on your own fucking Patreon, like behind the scenes content, cool shit like that, dude. It'll be fucking dope because my whole rig is designed to go mobile. Like that's what we've been slowly gearing up towards.
Turns out we got a sweet van too.
Fucking let's do it. Let's call it the Daddy Issues Tour. I'll be tour manager. I'm qualified to do that job. I got a resume and references, bitches. Fuck you. I'll also fight to the death, gladiator style, in a parking lot for the right to do it.
Todd Via's sound guy got some rad fucking video of us at Rockfest that will be on our YouTube channel sometime in the near future.
That's like the most challenging thing I think about being a musician now is you can't be just a guitar player and or singer. You can't just be a bass player. You can't just be a band. You have to be a whole record label and production company. You have to be content creators. And I think Joey Moya actually, not to keep kissing their asses, but I think Joey Moya
He's probably in for it.
Does a fantastic
if
job.
Not his chest mate.
Someone said they'd get naked for free. I'm sorry to interrupt. That is what happened?
Joe wants credit.
Yo, Fox.
Super group. Back at the whiskey. Holy hell!
That's where it was. The Whiskey Junction, man. That was the first time.
Good times at the Junction.
That was the first and only time we played with Uncle Daddy.
Is that place even still around? You're talking Whiskey Junction downtown?
It's done. Yeah,
by the Caboose.
Right next to it.
Yeah, it's not there anymore, right?
No,
I think they moved downtown.
The building still exists, I'm sure, but
I think that place moved though. I think they had like a real downtown place at one point in time.
That's probably good.
Yeah, we played at our first ever show in the cities was at the Whiskey Junction.
Yes, it was. And that's the first day we met Rifki.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Do you have a different drummer?
We had a different drummer
at the time.
And then Rifki was playing in the other two bands. And
of course
we poached the fuck out of him.
That dude is definitely going to have to like hire a backup drummer for himself. Because here's the thing is like I've been wanting to talk to you guys about this too. Because as much as I admire and respect that man for doing what he's doing, did he really do 6 sets in one day at Rockfest?
He really did.
That is not smart to do long term. He's at some point in time, both bands are going to get, Via and The Issue, are going to get great opportunities in different places on the same day.
Yeah.
And I don't want to suggest that he's going to have to pick between the two bands, but he kind of is going to have to pick between the two bands as to what show he's going to play.
Yeah, for sure.
He's going to need a fucking backup. And I even texted him one night. I was fucking wasted. I drunk text all you fucks so much. It's hilarious. I was like blackout drunk. But I remember texting him because I was jamming out to shit. And something came up where it was you guys. I don't remember what it was. It could have been a video on YouTube or something on Instagram, whatever. And I literally texted him. I was like, dude, someday you're going to need a fill-in. And when that happens, call me. Because like that's what I specialized in when I was doing my shit. Was learning music super last minute, being able to show up super last minute.
For sure.
And fucking killing it.
I've been doing that too. It's been fun.
Dude, it's the greatest challenge. It will make you the best version of a musician you can possibly be.
Yeah. That's why I filled in for Chain Lightning, because I was like, these guys are top-notch players. And
are they?
They're so good.
Dude, everybody keeps telling
Scotty's
me I need
listening.
to check. Everybody keeps telling me I need to check them out, and I need to go to
Mhm.
one of their shows and have them on the podcast. And honestly, I just haven't seen a single like advertisement for when or where they're playing. Number one, and number two, the name Chain Lightning is not a great name. So it keeps teasing me out.
Do you like Lynyrd Skynyrd?
Yeah, of course.
So Monty and
that's like asking if you like Pink Floyd. If somebody says no,
I agree.
Kick them out of the room.
I agree 1,000%. They're like my all-time favorite band. So
Floyd or Skynyrd?
Skynyrd. But Monty and his dad is a
favorite Skynyrd song.
Saturday Night Special.
I know a little.
Your story.
Yeah, I know a little Skid.
I think mine's "Give Me 3 Cents."
My original favorite Skynyrd song was "I Ain't the One." For whatever reason, I really liked that drum intro. But then as I got older, Saturday Night Special was it. Anyways.
Saturday Night Special is a great song.
These guys, it's Monty and his dad is the other guitar player.
Okay.
And his brother's a drummer too.
Yeah, and his drummer, Gabe.
And that's Scott. Scott's the one in that band?
Scott
sings. Is he the one that wears the overalls?
Yes.
1,000%.
But Monty and his dad.
Shout out to Scott. I've met Scott in real life. He's an awesome human being, man. I like that dude a lot. Dude, you definitely got to come on the podcast, Scott.
These Skynyrd tunes that they play, Monty and his dad are playing the solos note for note together simultaneously.
Really?
They're moving together on stage. It is literally like the tightest, best thing I've ever fucking seen live, you know, like from a band around here, man. It's insane how fucking tight these guys are.
Mm-hmm.
Rutten jumped in and played last week with them, and that was the first time I'd seen them too. This festival called Buzzstock.
Yeah.
Anyways, dude. Whoa.
I don't know why that was so funny to me. It was called fucking Buzzstock. Anyways, because of fucking...
No, dude, these guys are fucking insanely talented, man. Like God, I was just blown away at how tight and crisp everything was. The guitars sounded great. Casey from Revenant Soul, he was the third guitar player, dude.
Really?
Yes. Just 3 monsters.
It's a 9-person band, dude. 9-person band.
So they're like the Slipknot of fucking like classic
Southern
rock.
rock.
They're just
Southern rock.
That's what Skynyrd had. They had
but they're
3
not
guitars.
Southern. They're from Minnesota.
Yeah, but they do Southern rock to a T.
I hear you, but clearly you can't call it Southern rock if you're from Minnesota.
You should meet them and you might change your mind.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I have met them. I knew one of the dudes wore
overalls, brother.
That's what I had.
No, they
Scott
all wear overalls.
I get it.
Not
They
one,
do.
all of them.
Not one, but 3.
It's what I'm trying to say is we're taking it back, dude. It's no longer Southern rock. It's Northern rock, dude.
Yeah,
like, we do it too. We do it hard,
We
bro.
like to
That's
party.
what I was saying though about. Do
we
you
gotta
know the
come up
band?
with. We gotta help them come up with a better band name. Than
Do you
Chain
know the
Lightning,
band
though.
Blackberry Smoke?
No, you asked me
Dude.
this earlier.
Fucking look
I
up
actually thought you were
Blackberry
making
Smoke.
that up. I thought you were fucking with me.
No,
I'm
check them
serious,
out.
dude.
Trust
They
us.
because we
are-
were talking about Foxy Shazam and Protest the Hero and all these prog bands, Fall of Troy and shit. And all of a sudden you go, have you heard of Blackberry Smoke? And I was like, is he fucking with me?
That's what I would say in the middle of a metal conversation is like, but
Hey,
have
brother.
you heard Blackberry
Hey, brother.
Smoke?
But did you hear that recent Skynyrd?
No, dude.
Hey,
They are
did you
seriously.
hear? I know you guys are excited that Pantera's reunited, but did you hear that new Skinner?
Honestly, Pantera the reunion.
It's not a Pantera reunion. People need to stop saying this. It's not. It's literally Phil
This is
Ensemble.
merely a tribute.
It's Phil Ensemble.
Yeah, it's not
doing Pantera songs.
Yeah, with Rex Brown.
Sure, exactly.
And
but
was
wasn't
sad.
he? Hold on, wasn't he?
He was the bass player. Yeah. Yes.
Is Rex in Down?
I can't remember.
No,
Because I'm pretty sure Rex went on tour with Phil when Phil did that solo tour.
I think you might be right.
So I'm pretty sure when Phil Ensemble went on tour, Rex was the bass player and he did Down songs and he did Pantera songs. So this is essentially
He also had a solo band too.
maybe, but basically what I'm getting at is this is basically the same exact tour, but they're just calling it Pantera.
Yeah,
because it's not Pantera. Like, it can't be when you don't have 2 of 4 founding members.
Yeah,
it can't be.
and the
band.
Abbott brothers at that.
Exactly. That's what I'm really trying to say.
I'll give them
not
one
just
thing.
Any band. That's
Zach
missing 2
Wilde,
founding
I think,
members.
will do a pretty goddamn good job.
I think
And
His tone's definitely going to sound better.
Dude, I think that's like the only reason I'm even like cool with the whole thing is the fact that it's Zach Wilde. Like, if it wasn't Zach Wilde, I'd be like, what the fuck? But just because it's Zach Wilde, I'm like, all right, I want to see what
Cemetery
this is all about.
Gates,
And
No
for
More
me-
Tears, epic solos, 2 of
for
the
me-
best ever.
And for me, if Vinny was doing it, then I'd be cool with it.
I agree, and I agree with that 100%. And that's
The fact that
where
Vinny's
it's
not
like
doing it and the rest of them still are doing it, I
not-
find
he's dead.
extreme. Wait, Vinny died?
Vinny's dead.
Vinny died like 4 or 5 years ago.
Did he? Oh my god! Did
Yes,
I live
dude.
under a rock? How did I miss that one?
That's why they're able to do it right now, is because he's
Nobody
been
can
dead
say
for
no.
like 5 years and nobody can say no.
Hey, that's not a good idea, guys. don't do that.
Wait, you're
I
using
did
our
not know
name?
that. I
If
swear
Vinny
to God.
wasn't
Yes,
alive,
Vinny
there's
Paul
no way
is
this
dead.
could happen.
He
though.
died. He died. Maybe it was like a year. It was like 4 years ago.
Fact check, friends.
Yeah, look that up. Let's just double check this because there's
Somebody please look that up.
Wait, whoa.
look that up.
It's like a fat chick with a lisp. Seymour mashed potatoes. Well, just a little less.
What the fuck?
What?
What did
Tank
I
from the
miss,
fucking
dude?
cheap seats.
Out of left field.
Dude, he's just been throwing fucking Hail Marys this whole time.
Dude,
I think he's
missed
realizing
something.
the worse it gets, the more we're laughing. What?
Oh my
they're
God.
they're talking
That's so
about
funny.
they're talking about Pantera and Foreigner. Foreigner only has one guy left. It's like a fat chick with a lisp. Same warm mashed potatoes. Mouth just a little less hot. Oh my god. It's peak. We've peaked.
That's
We've
fucking.
peaked.
That's actually pretty goddamn funny.
We fucking peaked.
I tell you what.
I don't think we can top that.
I do love Zach Wilde.
I
That
should
was
sit up.
another early van moment for me and Kyle. That's what our early band days consisted of. I bought a 1990 Ford Econoline from my older brother,
It didn't move much, but it sure was fun to
and
hang out
it sat at the farm, and we would just sit in that fucker and play chess and drink beers and do extracurricular activities
Like after
And
rehearsal and shit.
We played chess just as much as
any
we
night of the
practiced.
week. Like
Bottle of Jack, some Allison chains, and some
Oh,
fucking
dude.
chess.
And
My
chess.
God,
that
is heaven.
because so it's got red plush interior. The
LED strips to boot.
The front passenger seat and the 2 middle seats swivel 360 degrees, and then there's the back bench seat that folds down, and it has 2 circular coffee tables in it, so we could turn and face each other and set up chess on the fucking coffee table, and it's got 2 plugins on it, so we'd plug it into power in the side of the shop and run the AC unit on it and have the plugins in the wall, and we would just hang out in my van and fucking play chess and listen to music and like talk about being a band. Like, this is when the band started. We were just so fucking excited that we started a band, and like we were just hanging out, and like we were starting to write our first little bit of original material at that time. So we were just stoked to be like recording demos and shit in my parents' garage and stuff.
The Tascam 8-track.
Yeah. Dude, like it was so much fun, and we had no idea, man.
I have a Yamaha 4-track
baby.
that I actually still have in the other room.
Heck yeah.
I've refused to sell it.
You can't.
Dude, I could get like fucking like $500 to $800 for this thing. I bought
the
it
old
for
Tascams.
Nice.
But it's just the novelty, like analog.
If that's the first thing you recorded on, you can't sell that.
I know, dude, but I could buy some like really good gear for $500 to $800.
That's
like,
tough.
There's some shit I could
some
buy.
good digital stuff.
Well, not even digital. I'm saying I could buy a
microphone
microphone with that, like a really nice microphone. I could buy fucking another interface. Like, there's so much I could do with $500 to $800. I could use that, sell some other shit, get a better computer, whatever. There's so much.
Neve just put out a new 2-channel preamp interface. That's like the 1088 Neve preamps. I believe it's 1088. It's either that or the 1176. But they just sound so warm. Like it's like, Neve consoles, right? Mm-hmm. That's what they were modeling this new interface after, and I'm like, fuck, dude, it's only 2 channels and it's like $2,000 for this thing. But
preamps must be just.
But they sound insane, man. Like for like recording, especially if you want to run like a kick and a snare through that, or even guitars, vocals especially. My God, that would sound so good. Like
I think
my
Lexi
favorite
would be
recording.
Cool with that.
Oh yeah,
Lexi
I'll just peel out a couple grand.
It's for the family.
Yeah, it's for the family. No, so like our first recording experience was on a Neve console. The same studio we still do all our stuff at, but he had a Neve 1176. It's a 16 channel 32 track Neve console, and he ran through a 2-inch strutter tape. Like, we got to get our first experience recording in a studio like the old school way. It was so cool. But he had it all running into Pro Tools,
right,
too. So it was hitting digital, but it was going through all these analog preamps and all that stuff. So we got to like learn and understand how they actually used to do it, minus cutting tape. Because you'd run through a reel, you'd hit rewind, but you'd still have all your digital, and you'd start recording over the top of it again.
At that time, the tape machine that we had there was the same, but yeah, I mean, sorry, Brad. It was the same tape machine that recorded all 3 Lord of the Rings soundtracks. So epic, like the best movie score of probably all time, I would say, honestly.
Yeah,
it's up there. It's got to be up there.
It's got to be up there.
But that's like all those, like you've watched the Foo Fighters or Dave Grohl's
Back and Forth.
No, not that one. The
That's
Sound
so
City.
weird that
the Sound
these tape
City
machines
documentary.
are all here in Minnesota, because the tape machine that Nirvana Nevermind was recorded on, or maybe it's in Utero. I don't know. One of the two.
It's in Utero, it's Cannon Falls.
Well, one of them. Well, then it must be Nevermind, because it's in Northeast Minneapolis.
No, Nevermind was in.
It's the same studio that they did. Like
Nevermind was in
shit.
L.A. at
no, it's
Sound
not the
City.
Same studio.
Sound City. Yeah.
It's not the same studio. The machine.
I see.
It's the literal machine.
They did it at Sound City, and that place got gutted. Like Dave Grohl has the console. I'm sure everything got sold. Yeah. You know,
Dave Grohl has the console here.
Yeah, the tape machine's in Northeast.
What a god.
The tape machine's in Northeast, or at least it used to be. That studio's probably not there anymore.
It's not. Where did we record with Ian? Something River.
We would come home from the
Sans the Slot.
Sans the Slot.
What?
Dude, that was Kane's run after this. That was when we were recording What You Need. Logan recorded the guitar solo and some guitar stuff.
Box combo Sans the Slot.
Is that what that is?
Our Brad's studio is dangerously close to Raising Cane's. You know how it goes.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Cane's is good, man. I was not as impressed as everybody made it sound.
Well,
everybody
probably
made
because you waited 45 minutes now. Like,
Yeah.
If you didn't have to do that, it's way better.
It's
Oh,
so
really?
I stopped
good.
going because of that.
Really?
It's highly delectable.
So if you could get in without a long wait, you're saying it's
I think
legit?
it's 1,000% worth it. But if
You
you have
gotta
to wait-
go. You gotta go like early afternoon.
okay. Like
But
If
right
you
before
go
the
anytime
dinner rush?
after 2:00, you're fucked.
Yeah, they used to be open till midnight, so I'd go like after everyone was in bed. But now they're like closed at 8 by my house. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because
So
of the
literally,
pandemic, probably.
yeah. So literally
Yeah.
from 2 to 8, dude, they're just fucking slammed. Like
I was like
ridiculous
15
amount of
minutes
cars in
late
the
to
drive-thru.
practice because I thought it was a good idea. Then I got stuck in the drive-thru. I couldn't leave,
Oh,
and I was
sure,
like,
yeah.
"Oh no.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
guys."
Oh, sure, yeah, man.
Oh yeah, sure.
You
You
stuck-
fucking bet, but I've
stuck
been
in the
there a couple
drive-thru,
fucking
man.
times.
Bert commented that they would come home from a gig in their van, and we'd be at the farm chilling in our van.
Oh, that happened so many
Your
times.
side by side van parties.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a
they
van,
would come
nice
rolling
van.
in. They'd come rolling in after a show at like 3 or 4 in the morning to the farm. So my parents' farm is right off the interstate. It's a very central location, you know, between North Dakota, Wisconsin, and everywhere. Like it's right smack dab in the middle. So we
Of the
always,
state of Minnesota.
literally, yeah. So it's fucking
John Weiss Ford in
A
the middle
nice-
of Minnesota, baby.
nice meeting spot. So, anyways, we'd always be hanging out in the van, playing chess and whatnot. And they would come rolling in at like 4 in the morning after their show, and they'd jump in and tap into the bottle of whiskey and jump in on a game of chess.
Yeah. Speaking of chess, bring a chessboard to the show. 1v1 us. You won't.
I will take you down.
1v1 us. Like it's Call of Duty. 1v1 me.
It's
1v1 me, bitch.
playing chess between songs, making moves. Leave it on the
And if
stage.
you
And stepping.
and is what you got to do.
Can't forget about stepping.
Here's what you got to do: is if they beat you, you give them $10-15, right?
Give him a
Whatever it
shirt.
is.
Fuck it.
Yeah, give them a shirt. That's what it is.
If not,
give 'em a
off your
shirt.
back.
No, you give them a shirt because a shirt is worth $20 to $40, right? Retail. That's what we should be selling them for. Is $20
Yeah.
to $40, right? Usually. Anyways, but if you win, they have to join your Patreon.
Ooh.
There
Damn.
you go,
That's a theory.
dude. There you go.
Damn, we'd have a
bro.
lot of Patreon subscribers.
bro.
I
you
got
go.
confidence.
show up to a show.
How large is your
And
pecker
if
now?
you can beat us, if you can
Chest
beat us at
size.
chess, we'll give you a T-shirt. If we beat you at chess, you join our Patreon.
confidence. Have you seen my confidence antler?
Bro, I'm telling you.
It's an illusion. Ron, do you have an erection? Nah,
It's just the pants.
I'd like to invite you to the party.
What time is it?
Game
I know
time.
we got plenty of time, but I want to see. Okay, so about 20 minutes, we're going to play this other song. I got to take a leak this time.
All right.
You boys.
Yeah, we'll hold the fort down.
You guys took a leak last time. No, well, 20 minutes, we're going to play your other tune. 20 minutes.
Let's see. Next random topic that goes all the ways, you know?
All the ways. I got a question for Clay.
Oh, no.
Yo.
Is it true that if cows get struck by lightning, other predators won't eat the carcass?
Damn. I think it's overcooked.
No,
Well,
for
turns
real,
out
though.
we have
For
the
real, though.
world's largest Holstein cow in our band. You see Colin's shirt from Rockfest?
No.
He wore a shirt on
But this
stage
is a
that
genuine thing I heard.
Okay.
This is a genuine thing I heard, and I was like, I'm going to ask Clay about this and see if this is fucking true.
I'll be honest, I've never heard that before.
No shit.
Never.
You ever heard of Skinwalker Ranch?
Yeah, the big alien guys.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. They have,
Potentially
like, fucking-
abducted, animal skins in the yard. I know the fucking deal.
Yeah. You ever
I've-
seen anything like that? Crop circles, animal, fucking cattle mutation or mutilation, anything? Anything ever happen at the old Deters farm up there?
No, nothing at the ranch.
None of you
Oh,
nor any other Deters boys
The
never
only
seen
crop
nothing
circles
happen.
I know about is when I got my 4x4 out in the long grass and we were ripping shitties and having bush lights.
So none of you nor any other Deters boys never seen no cattle mutation, no crop circles, no UFOs, no nothing.
Well,
No.
they got Gramps out there. His grandpa likes to hang out and tell funny stories.
What about? Oh, I said
Get stuck in the
I
field.
did say other Deters, boys.
He's done.
Oh, we got Gramps. Yeah, he's from an alternate universe for sure.
So Gramps has seen some UFOs up there in the Deters farms.
Oh, my neck.
If not a stuck freaking Suburban or whatever it is. Or,
Yeah, big explorer guy. That guy drives within a 5-mile radius and puts on 100 miles a day.
he likes to check things out. You know?
He just constantly drives a
He's just driving around the fucking circle block, man. Checking on everybody's crops. Everybody knows.
Oh my God.
If anybody has any concerns about what's going on in the neighborhood, Gramps has it fucking locked down tight.
I'll tell you what, that neighbor's been having that dirt bike parked up against that tree for about 6.5 months now. You're going on 189 days.
No, I've never seen a fucking alien. I would like to.
You ever seen anything weird up on your property?
No, I haven't. I've been fucking freaked out in the middle of a field by fucking like
so you do
bears
know
and
what I'm
shit,
talking. But you do, a lot of people don't believe we have bears or cougars in Minnesota.
there's black bears in our area.
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was actually a bear, but it was fucking sketchy, whatever it was.
I've heard of brown bears in the extreme northwest of Minnesota, like barely into Minnesota.
Yep.
But it's mostly just black bears. But we do have fucking cougars up here. Well, mountain lions, whatever you want.
We got a lot of.
We've had bears in Sauk, like walking around neighborhoods.
My sister Sarah sent us a picture of that black bear in her tree, in her yard.
You know what I'm talking about with the Skinwalker Ranch shit? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I've never heard that in my life. So
it's pretty much exactly what he's describing, right? Like
have you listened to Joe Rogan at all?
Only
so
if
Rogan
the guest
does
is
talk
neat.
about it, yeah. All right, so I'll give you the brief on it. Here's what it is.
Skinwalker Ranch.
So it's a ranch in Utah.
The original fucking
where the original
alien shit, man.
Sort of, yeah. Where basically the original people that owned it reported UFO sightings. They reported cattle mutilations and like surgical shit, like crazy shit. Like somebody would have had to come up with
not done by knives.
The stuff they made fun of on South Park.
Yes, to a degree. Yes. Like this is definitely in that. Crop circles, they reported all kinds of shit, right? And then this billionaire, well, he's not a billionaire. He's only got 700 million. Fucking bitch, dude. Fucking bitch, bro. He's only got 700 million. What a bitch, bro.
Step up your game.
But his name's Robert Bigelow, right? Sounds like a made-up movie character.
European Gigolo?
And right. And he bought this ranch, dude. And after he bought the ranch, okay, he started doing experiments on it. He started working with the federal government, right, doing experiments on this land.
Isn't that where Area 51 is nearby?
No, isn't that New
Nevada?
Then he started a company called NIDS, which is like the National Institute for Discovery Science. Then he started a fucking aerospace company.
Probably why he's not a billionaire.
Right? 700. He's worth $700 million right now. Right? He's basically a billionaire.
Yeah.
Round up.
Yeah.
Well, round up.
Give or take.
He recently sold it to this other dude, and now this guy's doing a fucking show. There's 3 seasons of it on TV, and I'm fucking hooked, dude. Because there's absolute, with multiple instruments, verifiable, crazy shit going on here. But nobody can explain it. Nobody has any idea what's actually happening on this place. Here's what I want to know is, do you guys believe in UFOs?
Someone commented, lots of cougars around.
Sequence of fucking comments. Just
love me some cougars.
And it's only because it's Bert, too.
He's in the wild, baby.
Huge mom's guy.
Shout out to Amanda. Shout out to fucking Bert. But basically, here's what I'm asking is, do you guys believe in UFOs? Do you guys believe in any of this wild shit? Crop circles, UFOs?
I believe in other life forms. I mean, the space is infinite.
I don't leave it off the table.
Yeah.
I'll just say that. I don't know, like...
I don't get gung-ho, you know? Like,
I don't buy any of it.
I think about it more than I probably should, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like...
That'll happen. A guy listens to Joe Rogan.
There's other, what is there possibly things out there? Is there not? I don't fucking know. I mean, there could be not. Like,
I think if you do the math, and I'm saying this like I've done the equations, I haven't, but I've listened to people talk about this at
I believe
extreme
that
length.
you've done the equations.
Believe in cougars.
It's mathematically impossible that we're alone in the universe. It's mathematically
It's impossible. Yeah.
It's impossible. The size of the universe, it's impossible. However, it's so big, it's equally mathematically improbable that aliens have made it here. Right?
Right.
Unless they've been here the whole time. That's my personal belief.
Yeah,
It wouldn't
my
be a
fucking
hard-
head starts spinning when we start talking about shit like this.
There's
All right,
other
let's go
life
deeper,
forms.
then let's do it, dude.
There's other life forms, and it's probably silly to think that we're smarter than them, knowing what we know now, like kind of how our society is. That's all.
Yeah,
I'm
it seems
saying.
awfully arrogant of us to think like we're the smartest
We're
that
number
there's
one.
ever been.
Yeah.
Like even talking about like ancient Egypt and stuff and the pyramids, like they still don't know. Like they have somewhat educated guesses on how they were built and how long they've been there, but there's always more and more information based on water erosion and stuff like that that dates the pyramids back further than what they were
Right.
previously, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just like to have the technology that they must have had in order to build the pyramids. I mean, they're airtight, they're perfect, true north in a row. Like, fuck,
Yeah,
man.
they line perfectly up with the fucking.
Yeah, there's so
Orion's
much like you
belt or
can find
whatever.
in like bone marrow, like what date that was, maybe, you know, and
Right, but the problem is they use that, right? And they say, okay, so based on this information, they're 6,000 or 8,000 years old or whatever the fuck they say they are, 45 BC or some shit, right? But it's like, how do you know that material that you carbon dated wasn't just part of a repair? Like, there's no
Exactly.
way you can actually definitively say that it's only X. Because these other
That's what
guys
they
like
think.
Robert Schoch and shit,
Yep.
Dr. Robert Schoch, he's saying based on water erosion, there had to be heavy amounts, and I mean heavy amounts of regular reoccurring rainfall in order to create this.
Yeah.
And the only time that was possible in this part of the world was what they call the Younger Dryas. I think
Yeah.
that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's
right?
what I'm talking
and that's
about.
like fucking 12 to 20,000 years ago.
Yeah,
That ain't no
way-
6,000 years ago.
Way older
So that
than
means
they.
that means that the pyramids were finished when this thing was going on. So
Yeah.
that means that the fucking pyramids,
Are
if
way
this is true, are
older.
like 20 to 30,000 years old, which is insane.
Yeah.
That means people had to be smart enough and capable of and organized enough to do that. Like that's you're
Well,
right. And
what
that
is-
does fuck with my
What
brain
does
too, dude.
Rogan always say that just completely fucks me up? The one, the
I think I know what
Egyptian,
you're about
the
to say.
Egyptian queen. What the hell is her?
Okay,
the
so-
most famous, yeah, Cleopatra is closer in age to us now as we currently are than she was the original ancient empire.
I think I think
I'm
what
pretty
is
sure
it is
I'm
it's like
saying
there's
that right.
less time that's passed between Cleopatra and the iPhone being invented
Yes.
than Cleopatra and the pyramids being built.
Yes,
I think
that's what it
he
is.
said.
That's what it is. Yep.
And that does fuck with my
Doesn't that
brain.
fuck with you?
Yeah.
And that's the same like thing, like the same empire.
Right.
Like how much time is that they dominated the world? Like and to like for us to think that our technology and stuff is so advanced that if a natural disaster occurs that it's going to withstand whatever happens, like man, how old are the
picture this.
how old are the fucking pyramids, man?
Cleopatra's bedroom in the pyramids.
Bro.
Did she have a live, laugh, love sticker above her like bathroom?
Live, laugh, love. Is that one of the phrases?
Those
you
are
say?
some of the finest linens.
Check.
Nailed it.
Those
I
are
bet
some
you
of the.
she did. I
Did
bet
she
you-
have? Did she
you
have
she
like
did.
the poles? Do you think? Do you think she had the poles
That
hanging
was
down?
not supposed to be that funny.
Well, now that you know what I'm doing, you know.
I bet you she did
Oh
though.
man, it's so
I bet you
ridiculous.
she did. I bet you they had like a fuck room, like a fuck pad at the top of the pyramid. Like even if it was like truly to a total point, I bet you they built like a platform around it. You know why I think this? Because if you go to Disney World, the stupid fucking Cinderella castle,
dude.
there's a suite in that. People
Are you
fuck in
serious?
Cinderella. Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's disturbing.
If you get married
Jesus
Disney World,
Christ.
you can get the honeymoon suite, which is in Cinderella's castle in the Magic Kingdom. People fuck
right next to all the adolescents.
It's actually above them. It's above them, so you can come on them from like the balcony
Jesus
if you really wanted to.
Christ.
But yeah, that's a thing. Like you can totally do that. It's real. That's real life. That's real life.
That's
So my point is
that's
this.
very Disney of
My
them.
point, exactly right. But my point is this: if that's at modern day Disney World, which is an amusement park, you know goddamn well Egyptian overlords had a fuck palace at the top of them pyramids, built on wooden scaffolding where they could bang and nobody could see them because they didn't have telescopes back then. Guaranteed, 100%, they were fucking at the top of the pyramids. Guaranteed. There's not even a top two it
or
anymore.
doing mushrooms, one of the two.
Both at the same time. The pyramids were just a giant fertility ritual. That's all it was.
I think it's crazy.
I don't know. That shit just
they
definitely
like bury
fascinates
themselves
me.
with their cats too and stuff. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, the cat thing's weird. The cat
Very
thing's
weird.
super weird.
What's super weird?
They like buried themselves with their cats.
Yeah,
I
and
think.
the worshipping of cats. That one I find
Oh
weird.
yeah, that's weird.
Cats are fucking creepy.
And
Dogs are
That's
OP.
what-
yeah,
God,
dogs are OP. Dogs are
cats
base.
just sketch
Dogs
me
are
out,
super
man.
base.
I don't know. I don't trust an animal that I can't like foresee their judgment as it's happening. You know what I mean? Like
I don't
a
trust
cat-
an animal that literally plays with their food and tortures it to death.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what cats do. Cats in the wild. You're on a
cats
farm.
in the wild.
You're on a
Dude,
farm.
have you seen a farm cat before?
Yeah,
They're crazy fuckers, dude.
So check this out. Not a lot of people know
Inbred
this about me.
fuckers.
When I was 12, 13 years old, I got in trouble, a lot of trouble. And my mom sent me to boarding school, a Christian boarding school in Wisconsin.
With cats?
I could fill up podcast over podcast with stories from this boarding school. But yeah, there was feral farm cats. And
Farewell,
we would
farm.
watch them chase mice into the dirt driveway,
Yeah,
surround them, and torture them to death.
yeah.
And just play with them. And then sometimes not even eat them. Like they would just leave dead mice in the middle of the driveway. Like it was fun
God,
for
that's
them.
crazy.
They're sadistic, dude.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to all the cat
They're
people
just-
out there. Y'all
They're
are
just
fucking
licking
weird.
their paws in the corner like, how am I going to fuck this person
where did
up?
that comment come
Then
from?
don't date women. That's such a random comment.
What was the
Ladies
timestamp
like
for that?
cats or...
I don't want to bang on wooden scaffolding. You have
wow,
to tell a
that
bunch
just...
Let me hold on. We got to recap this. LOL. Pyramids, Cleopatra. It said rule, slay, jewels. Well, you have to tell people you paid a bunch of money to sleep in Cinderella's bed. I don't want to bang on wooden scaffolding, and then don't date women.
Wow, that was a...
Jared is a farm cat.
I am a farm cat. I'm an outdoor cat for sure. My wife's definitely an indoor cat.
I'm a big fan of dogs.
Ozzy. Shout out Ozzy.
Yeah, shout out to my dog, Ozzy. He's a golden retriever, 2 years old. Name
You guys
Ozzy.
talking to me about loving dogs? I got fucking I got an army of them up there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
Army.
freaking kick me dogs upstairs.
The fucking one of them is an
Frickin'
actual ankle biter.
Yeah.
One of them is an
frickin'
actual ankle biter.
ankle
dude.
hair shavers
Fuck
upstairs.
yeah, dude. What time is it? Are we at 2 hours yet? Just
Probably.
about. All right, in about 5 minutes, we're gonna play this other song, and I'm gonna take a fucking bathroom break.
You can't trust anything that you can't foresee what they will do. Don't date.
All of a sudden, this is like Kyle's horoscope reading.
Capri Suns.
I thought I was in the middle of a podcast, man. How's your globe doing now?
How's your goal?
Don't. I just seen "Don't Date Women" earlier, and now I'm seeing "Don't Date" again. Oh fuck, dude. Yeah, dating's probably pretty hard nowadays. I'm glad I don't have to do that.
I second that. I'm
Yeah.
You're not
happily,
married, are you?
happily married.
No.
No,
Not quite.
He laughed and said no.
No, 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 no.
I feel lucky to be
Why
married.
are you wearing sunglasses?
Why are we wearing sunglasses? So we're wearing sunglasses because he started wearing sunglasses, and I was like, "Well, dude, if you're gonna, it's because
Life's short,
it's
man.
because our futures are so bright. That's why we're wearing sunglasses."
know what I'm saying?
There we go. There we go.
Future's too bright.
There we go. The future's just so bright, we got to wear sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're doing it. Sean, didn't you wear sunglasses when you came down here and hung out? I'm pretty sure. We met Sean. Me and my I got a comic friend named Randy. He's been on the podcast a couple times. We got drunk drinking Bloody Marys. We did a podcast. Then we went to his show. He had a set downtown. It was like 20 below zero with 100-mile-an-hour winds downtown. We were like literally almost freezing to death. We ran into Sean Rush downtown. He's like, "Oh, it's always been my dream to be on a podcast." And fucking Randy and I just about died laughing.
Turns out I know a guy.
We were like, what are the odds, right? So we stole somebody else's Uber and got a ride back home and did a podcast down here, and we called it The Shit Show. And Randy won't return my calls ever since.
Randy.
Not a good time, huh?
We're not exactly sure. I'm not
Was
exactly
Randy
sure what happened
shirtless?
because I deleted it once we were done. We went live and then we deleted it because we were blackout drunk. I'm pretty sure it would have gotten every single one of us canceled.
Randy's balls weren't showing,
But
were
Sean
they?
was a sweet dude. I remember Sean. Shout out to Sean.
Yeah.
Love that guy. And I'm pretty sure you were wearing sunglasses down here with us too, bud. It's because our futures are so bright.
Or you're
Yeah, you know,
hungover.
what are you,
Or
what
one
are
of
you
the
going to
two.
do? I mean,
Or we're so drunk we don't want our crisscross eyes to show up on camera. All right, let's play this fucking song. I got to take a leak.
Right
Get
on.
yo, this
distracted.
one's called Break You on Wasted Life. Check it out.
This is your new album. You
It's out
just said,
the
right?
29th,
The
next
song's
Friday.
Break You. The album is...
Break You is
Life.
the song title. Wasted Life is the EP. Next Friday is the date. You are the listener. We're at Jared Singer Live.
Yeah.
That's a cool tune, dude. I like that song.
It's almost like a power
Did he sing on
ballad.
it or something? Or
I had that original like guitar part for the
verse,
for the
and intro.
verse and intro and stuff. I had that for a long time. We just
fucking Paradox I had when I was still living in Cloud.
both those tunes that we just played, they've been sitting around for a while.
I think.
That's been 4 years. Paradox has been sitting somewhere.
I think I talked to both of you when you were on the podcast individually about exactly this. Is that you guys have songs and riffs and shit, and like one of them you mentioned, you're like, and it's probably not either of the ones we played tonight, but you said pretty much exactly that. You're like, I have this one that's been sitting around for a long time, and we're starting to work on it.
Yeah.
Who knows? It was probably not one of the ones we played tonight. But
Look at Me Now sat for like 3 years. Video song, that was like 4 years. That was probably 4 years too. The Break You song.
Yeah, that was an early riff I had that we just... But it was a thing, you know, these songs, like, it seemed like I don't know, for me personally, I couldn't get a melody that I was like for Break You, like the chorus, I had a verse melody for a long time, but I'm kind of a stickler about chorus melodies. Like, it's gotta fucking be impactful and it's gotta stick in your head. Like, it's something you want to whistle when you're walking around the house. You know what I mean? And it took me a long time to find the right melody for this one. And then it was just kind of a combination of Colin joining the band and like his way of playing on the song. Like, I had just a slightly different take on the chorus because of that. And then I finally got a melody for that chorus. And that that's what I was reading. Fucking sweaty pedals.
you have a song called Fire.
Yeah, we got a song called Fire.
Oh man,
Somebody requested we play Fire.
Oh.
Unfortunately, we don't have Fire.
Can we re-record it first?
We don't have it loaded up, you guys. I'm sorry.
That's a fan favorite at our live shows.
That is a fan favorite. It's one of the tops.
We used to have pyro at shows for that song, and then last summer, one of the pyro bomb things, whatever the hell you call them, had a malfunction, and we haven't done pyro ever since, sadly. That was
Fucking bitch, bro.
wow, it's a little sketchy.
Be a fucking man, bro. Risk
Be a man.
burning the place down, bro.
So we were playing a show.
Bro,
and
put lives on the line, bro.
the only time we ever had pyro was for outdoor shows without roofs.
Without roofs. Oh my god.
Wait. They didn't have a roof, bro?
No roofs, man.
Dude, they didn't have stairs either.
No, they barely had 220.
What, bro?
It was almost like the one in Sock, but not quite.
Was it even a building, bro?
It was similar.
Was it even a building?
It was a
you played in?
concave in the corner.
I got a stage for you, bro. Tables.
Anybody who wasn't here at the very beginning of the podcast has no idea why that's funny at all.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have a roof, you know, things look a little
then
different.
you just have stairs.
Bro. Venues not having roofs, big problem. Problem. Rain gets in.
Monty, you're the
Monty.
man. Appreciate it, bud.
Monty, did you like that I posted you whacking that guy in the nuts, Sam?
Oh, that was
pretty
hilarious.
sweet. The first picture, like the water bottle's winding up. It's like blurred and
When's your next gig
Awesome.
coming up, by the way? When's your next live deal?
For the issue is August 13th
what he said.
in
Oh, wow.
Alexandria.
So you guys are actually taking a couple weeks off.
Yeah, we got
2-3
a couple weeks.
off.
My college homie's
Do
getting
you
married
guys
this
think that's
weekend,
risky,
and
taking 3 weeks off in the middle of the summer like that from Rockfest?
Absolutely not.
Because that's tour time.
I think
Like, why don't you guys take the 3 weeks off in the middle of the winter and go
Oh, we will.
somewhere?
No, I think it's well, I mean, I think someone had something going on.
Like
we
a
have- we have
wedding or
We
something.
have
Rifki-
shows. We have shows with the
I
other
think
bands.
isn't
too,
Rifki going
at that time
camping
for
or
him as
something?
well.
And I one of my really close friends is getting married this
Yep.
weekend, and he's got a wife. You know, we got to. You know, I think it's a good thing because I would rather play, sure, but you know, we just had a really phenomenal month or two, and now we can take a break, reflect on it, and then we got a couple weeks off, and then we'll come back swinging. I mean,
the only reason I asked this is because I think it was Rich. It could have been Wally, but why I'm bringing this up is because you guys just recorded with Wally. You recorded 2 songs with Wally?
Two, yep.
The 2 we just played, yeah.
So this is an old Skywind thing, and I can't remember who actually said this to me, but we were questioning how much time you can take off. And we were questioning at this level that you guys are kind of at. My band was at that level way back in the day. And I was talking to Rich about this. I'm pretty sure it was Rich. It could have been Wally, but I'm pretty sure it was Rich. And him and I were questioning and debating if you can even get away with taking 2 weeks to a month off at this level at all, period. End of story. Like the amount of momentum that is lost in just a small matter of time. Now why I'm bringing this up is because I don't think this is actually as true anymore because of the internet. Right? Because when this was being brought up, this is like 2004 to 2008.
Yeah, that's what I was just
There's
saying.
a big difference. There's a big difference. But there's certain philosophies from back then that are still 100% true today. There's other ones that are outdated, and there's a lot of these things that change. So that's what I'm kind of wondering is like, does it matter anymore whether you take 2 weeks, 3 weeks off? Like,
If it was,
is that even a thing?
I would say if it's pre-MySpace, yeah, it mattered. There's a lot of ways to stay relevant now. Like we have kind of like a plan where we try to drop a video of some capacity every 2-3 weeks or so. Like,
Okay.
You saw like the live in the studio, like, oh, we covered Monkey Wrench or Slither.
Or even showing up on this dumbass podcast.
Yeah.
Showing
Like
up on
something.
this podcast.
Yeah.
Like,
You could have said dumbass podcast. You could have just repeated what I said.
I don't,
You're too. Stop it! You're too
Duh.
nice. You're too nice. You're too nice.
I think we're having 3 weeks off as if you're not playing at all in that 3 week time. Then yeah, it'll have a effect on your first show or two, and you come back to playing gigs. But we're not.
He said play fire, and I donate $100 from my mom's debit card.
But we're not literally taking like 3 weeks off. We're not playing issue shows the next 2 weekends, but we have an out of line gig in there. We're working on demo stuff. We're always like playing during that time. So like, yeah, we might not be out, but I think
This is interesting to
I
me
think
because
there's benefits because here the point I'm about to make is like, I agree a lot with the old school mentality of you gotta hit the pavement and you gotta play. I also think there's one downside from the old school mentality that the internet provides a void filler for, and that's week or two break, decompress, get your mind straight again, and go back at it again. And like they used to not do that because the mentality was with the radio and live shows and stuff, you gotta be out there. The only way people see you is if you're out there. Now people have access to you 24/7. You don't have to give them access 24/7, but you still got to put yourself in a place that they can see you.
they automatically have access 24/7.
yeah.
But the point is, like, I think it's more sustainable now because I think it's just simply more sustainable now because it's like, I think it's becoming more and more apparent. If you want to perform to the best of your ability year in and year out while still writing good music, you got to take short breaks here and there to recover and do it again. Everybody battles with shit. Rutten has problems with his one arm. I got a voice to, control and let recover after screaming my ass off for 3 weeks. You know what I mean? Like, shit like that. We got people outside of the band that we got to take care of as well, whether it's significant others or family or whatnot. Like, I feel like taking care of those things too helps make the music, longevity more possible because they support you more because you give them time when they need time.
And I want to jump in here just for a second, just in case any of the listeners are confused. You guys actually like make money, like good money. You guys get paid, and we're not bragging. but you guys are not struggling.
We found ways to make monies where a lot of people don't. Like,
you guys are a profitable band, is the point. You're a profitable band. You guys are actually doing what pretty much everybody is trying to do. Joey Moya is exactly in the same category. Like, you guys have all, and some of you guys have like actual full-time day jobs.
We all do, yeah.
You all do in the band still? That's probably not going to last much longer. Like, with the amount of bands you're in and the trajectory you're on.
Yeah,
the trajectory you're on, the day jobs aren't going to last much longer. For you, probably forever, because it's a family deal.
Yeah.
It's a different vibe for you, because the whole Deters farm, the Deters dairy deal, that's a whole different thing. That's your family. That's a whole different vibe.
That's
like
a privilege that I'm lucky to have.
Favre shit, though. Yeah. That's some Brett Favre shit, though. Like, you'll do that for pleasure. Like, you'll never give that up. That's your whole thing.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Okay, well, maybe I would be surprised.
No, it's definitely for pleasure. That's what it's for. Like, it's 100% for pleasure.
Maximum pleasure.
That's how my socks
But the trajectory
get off.
you guys are on, the day jobs aren't going to last. Joey Moy's on the same thing. Like, you guys are doing what I wish more people in this town would do, which is monetize your personality. Here's what you do. You're a musician. You're a content creator. Go make money doing that. Yeah. Build the Patreon, build the Instagram, build the TikTok, build the YouTube, build the live audience. That's what a lot of bands can't do. I was talking to this band. I'm not going to name their name, but I was trying to put together a show, and there's this band, and they wanted to play second or third on a bill of 4. Okay. One of the bands was going to come from out of town, so they have to play second or third.
Yep.
Courtesy. That's just what you do, unless you're an asshole. And I asked him, I said, okay, how many do you draw? How many do you draw? Like, what's your guaranteed draw? And he said, on a good night, maybe 50 people. Yeah. And I was like, you're the opening. And if you don't draw 50 people, like, you're never playing one of my shows again. And I reached out and I talked to a couple people about this, and I was like, I don't know how to pull this off, like. And they said, that's not bad. And I said, dude, I wasn't allowed to open unless I brought 50 people. Yeah. We didn't play second on a bill or third on a bill until we drew 200 or 300 people regularly, dependably. Yeah. And they go, yeah, dude, but that was 2008, 2012. And I go, I don't give a fuck when it was, bro. Like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, you've somehow acted as if hard rock and heavy metal are no longer popular whatsoever. Yep. You've somehow acted as if nobody can get anybody to go to any shows whatsoever, when the fucking hip-hop scene is absolutely fucking thriving. Yeah. Like, After the Burial still draws. They're one of the heaviest bands in town. So don't fucking sit here and tell me that 50 people is a good draw. The fuck are people talking about? Yeah. That's one thing that fascinates me, is going back to what we were talking about earlier, is the difference between back then and now. Certain things are true. You guys came up in an old school way. You said you had an appreciation for the old school thing. You guys came up originally as technically a cover band. Yeah. You transitioned into this. However, covers, originals, irrelevant. I've never seen you play for less than 100 to 150 people. And that is when you guys were opening or playing second on the bill. Yeah. And that is during, technically, the pandemic. Like, when things just started to open up. I've never seen you guys at peak draw. Yeah. And that isn't because of you guys. That's because of the situation we were in and when I came and seen you guys. I came and seen you guys like the day after they lifted masks. Yeah. Like, I remember this. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, nobody was going to shows. And there was still 100, 150 people to see you as one of the first or second bands. Yeah. So I don't buy this. I don't buy this theory.
A variable that's kind of tough is
you guys draw is what I'm getting.
Right. Yeah.
And you guys get paid.
If we were to go play out in Timbuktu, like, you got to play at least 3 shows to even get like people talking about it in a certain town. I think that's like a variable.
Absolutely.
Like, we play in our hometown, boom, automatically packed, and
but we go and play fucking Lincoln, Nebraska.
Tough. Yeah.
Like we did earlier this spring. Nobody knows us in Lincoln other than a handful of people, and that's how many people are at the show. You know what I mean? Like, it's tough, but you still got to do that. Like,
That's why you put the
You
road
would
work
make more
in.
money if you took your shirt off. You'd make more money if you took your shirt off as well.
Oh, that's why we made money at Rockfest. He had his shirt off.
So let's talk about Rockfest. We kind of glimpsed past this. We really did. We kind of glimpsed past this. We really did. We talked about this earlier. You guys had a hell of a month leading up to Rockfest.
Yeah.
And now you guys are kind of taking a couple of weeks off, kind of decompressing. What was it like to play Rockfest? How did you guys do? Be honest. Don't over-exaggerate to try to clout chase. Everybody knows you're dope.
I feel like it was the best day of my life. It was
Is
like
that the
a
first
dream.
time you guys played Rockfest?
Yeah.
First time I've been to Rockfest, but the fact that we got to have a prime location, it had a roof.
Bro, are you telling me you had a fucking roof at Rockfest,
Oh, man.
bro?
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how happy a roof makes us.
You'd fucking be surprised. You'd fucking be surprised, Clay.
No,
Let me fucking
dude,
tell
I'm
you
telling
something
you,
about a venue I've never
roof,
fucking
man.
been to once in my entire fucking life.
Yeah, it was like a dream, basically. Like, we got to play right after Hatebreed. We could see him setting up as we're
Pull that
playing.
back to you.
Yeah. Oh,
Tighten
twisting.
it up. Come on.
Twisting.
Noise
Be a pro.
toy lines.
Loosen it, move it, then tighten it back up. No, not that. Not like that. Come on. Be a pro. No, unplug it if you're going to do that.
Sure.
There you go. Now spin it, tighten it. Now there you go.
Moral of the story.
Look at you. Look at
Bam.
you. Fucking professional over there. Professional
Big
podcast
mic guy.
guest.
The guy's
Big
got
mic
a
guy.
professional
Big mic
mic guy.
Big mic guy.
You believe this
Big.
guy? What is he
Big
gonna
time
do
mic
when
guy.
he's standing in line at the bank?
Big time mic guy.
Things I do at the line at the
Fucking
bank.
big time mic guy right there.
But yeah, Hatebreed, we played, we could see him set up, and then Theory of a Dead Man,
Why is that funny? What did I miss?
the comment. But then was there a sex room on top? Whoop, big reading guy. But Lamb of God, being able to play before and after Lamb of God, that was a dream.
That was actually wild. And
Disturbed.
yeah, well, we had a pretty good day. Our third set was good. We had a lot of people.
Your third set. What the fuck are you talking about?
We played 3 sets.
The issue played 3 sets.
We
Yeah.
did.
What does that mean at a festival the size of Rockfest? Are you doing 3 different stages?
Nope.
Are you
Nope.
doing the same stage 3 different times in the same day?
Yep.
Correct. So
What? How and why?
okay, so you have the festival main stage.
First of all, hold on. Nope, let's stop. I want to go back to how this started. How do you get the opportunity to play Rockfest? How does that manifest it? Ugh. How does that manifest itself for you guys? Does somebody approach you? Do you apply? Do you submit?
Yes.
There's a lot of ways, actually, depending on the stage.
You do
I know.
you
That's
do-
so. What did you
do
guys
all
do?
3 of those things.
So you guys submitted your music.
Yep.
Okay. Did somebody also approach you and say, "I want you to play Rockfest"?
Yes.
Who?
Well,
or are you comfortable saying this out loud?
so
Or is it just a booking agent? How are we framing this?
no? So
Because I'm trying to help young bands and young
trying to remember
musicians
the
here.
guy's last name, Wayne. Oh my gosh.
Let's
Why the
call
heck-
him Wayne Letterkenny for now.
Wayne. God, why can I not? Anyways,
Are you now?
no, Wade.
That's a bad name.
Wade. Sorry, not Wayne. Wade. Sorry, I'm not a big names guy. Kyle can attest.
Greg.
It wouldn't be my first time to shout somebody out on stage and call him by the wrong name.
We just
Wade.
find out tonight, shocking breaking news, this entire time, his
You
name's
can-
actually Kyler.
Kyler. No, yeah, I'll even
Not a big name guy.
I'll even plug Rockfest for him. If you're an up-and-coming artist and you want to have the opportunity to play at Rockfest, email Wade at rockfest.com. And he's the guy that listens to bands and decides whether or not they're play at Rockfest on the side stages, basically.
Yeah, we had a main stage. We weren't on that. And then there's 4 other stages that surround it.
No. Let's
And-
slow down. So you apply.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sent him our EPK
Now, is this something you had done a year ago, 2 years ago,
couple years in a row.
few years in a row?
Yeah, we've
When
been
do you
trying to
get the
get on
call?
Rockfest.
What is the first thing that happens when somebody goes, "Hey, you're playing Rockfest"? Is it an email? Is it a phone call? Did they just say, we want you to play? Did they immediately say, here's the stage, here's the slot, here's the pay? Bring me through the whole thing, step for step.
It was an email, so I had been emailing Wade a couple of years in a row, trying to, just get.
Did he ever respond?
Not until he responded.
Okay. I think I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
I think I know what you're saying. So not until he's like, hey, I want you to play.
And so I had been sending him emails because they have like if you go on Rockfest website, it has a area somewhere on the website. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it has like a music submission area and an email address and like what to do to submit your music to be played at Rockfest. So I had been doing that for a few years now, and we had talked to John V-Rocker.
Yeah, Weideman. I had him on the podcast.
Yeah. We had talked to John at one point in time, and he said, he's like, yeah, I could potentially get you guys on Rockfest as well. So there was that out there too. But then it was Wade emailing me back last summer and was like, yeah, we would have you on Rockfest. Can you do Thursday? It's like, yep, we can do Thursday. And then it was like, all right, I'm going to put you on the loud and local stage. You got 3 sets. Your times are 5:15, 7:25, and 9:50. So
does he book? Is he booking you as a cover band?
No.
What the fuck?
It was our original music that I had sent him.
I've never once heard of this happening, so I'm super confused. Genuinely, not for the sake of like entertaining people.
We wound up playing covers and stuff.
Yeah,
we played all of our originals. We made 3 different sets, and we obviously didn't want to bore people, so we completely switched around, played different covers. So
but that wasn't his intent.
No, that was our idea because we wanted people to be there every set. Yeah.
Yep.
So he just said, you're going to play 3 times in one day.
Well, he was like, this is what you can do if you want to do it. Like, I'm telling you, if you want to play at Rockfest, here's your time slots. It's all up to you. And we were like, fuck yeah.
And being that we have a cover band background as well, we know a bunch of songs, and
we have a deep catalog.
So we did 3-4 covers one set, and then we did a different 3-4, and then we just mixed up our originals. Did some during the first set,
just
and then we
sets.
did different during a second one. So we kept it fresh, and that wound up being successful for us. And
This is all just happening between the changeovers on the main stage. So you have your main stage bands. Disturbed was the headliner, so we played between Lamb of God and Disturbed while they were changing over for that. And then between between Lamb of God and
Theory of a Dead Man.
Theory of a Dead Man. And then between Theory of a Dead Man
and
Hatebreed. Those were our 3 time slots.
That's insane.
On one of the side stages.
That's why it felt like the best day of my life, because I thought we did really well, and we had a good response from the crowd.
Dude,
we had
you guys,
crowds.
I'm so fucking proud of you guys, man. Cheers,
Thanks.
dude.
Cheers.
This is
Thanks,
dope,
man.
This is dope. I've patronized.
We're super stoked.
I patronized and pandered this point almost to death on this podcast, but it really can't be overstated. It really can't be done. That there's so many bands, and I would say millions, maybe even 1 million bands per year. From, hey, let's start a band, right?
Yep.
And somebody goes, okay, right? Like that. Okay, you just started a band.
Yeah.
I would say that happens at least 1 million times a year, and they never even make it to their first show. Yeah. Let alone to drawing a good crowd. Let alone
from him and I in high school, and we're still freaking going.
Right,
he's married now, and
so every time you guys achieve these weird little fucking
achievements,
moments, monuments, plateaus,
for
fucking echelons, however you want to phrase it.
Yep.
Every time you reach this next
stepping
thing
stones,
Every time you do that, you just continue to funnel down the lesser and lesser percentage of people who've been lucky enough to experience what you guys have experienced. Does that ever occur to you? Have you guys been able to truly step back and go, holy fuck? Because it took me being out of it for a while describing to somebody was asking me, like they were basically interviewing me. We were just hanging out. I don't remember who it was because I don't know the person. I think we were at a bar, and I was like probably not coming off the best, because basically the way they wrapped it up is that's what their point was. Is they go, dude, do you have any fucking idea how many people have never even once tried to do or gotten to do what you've done? Like they've tried and started bands and failed, and like
that's
they've been in a band
point.
for like 6 months or a year, and like they can never find the bass player. They've never played a live show. They've been a band for a year or two. They've got an album's worth of music, but they can't find the lead guitar player, or they're just missing a singer. Right? Like this is what I'm talking about. And they've never once even gotten to play a show. And I was like, holy fuck, you're right.
And all the good bands that never got the opportunity.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's the next level where they did get to start playing shows, right? But like for whatever reason, they played 1 or 2 shows a year. Maybe it was just a hobby for them, right? But they're like the best band any of us have ever met in our lives.
Right.
And then there's the next level where it's like, oh, they played a bunch of shows, but for some reason, just they never got like, the right shot. They never played in front of a real crowd, because if they would have, we all know they'd be huge right now.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. And you guys continue to just get to the next step and the next step and the next step. Has it ever like occurred to you, like right now, you could never play another show again for the rest of your lives, and you should be able to look back and go, holy fuck, we did some cool ass shit, and be proud of what you did already.
I think
you should be super proud of what you guys have accomplished.
Saying it's kind of hitting me, but I've gone into like being able to play country fest, which it seems really random to me because not a big avid country listener, but I do it, but I love it. It's really fun. I love those guys. I think I went into all these shows really casual. Like I was never nervous or, I think the reason I do this is because I'm making memories, because like we're doing something that not a lot of people get the chance to. But I also don't get like nervous for it because I know what we've done. We've grinded for 6-7 years.
Yeah,
we're talking about how we started, and it's like I literally got texted in computer class when I was, or like like those kind of like in between classes in high school, and I was like, Clay's like, you want to play bass in my band? And I'm like, is he serious? And I wasn't sure for a while because I thought he was kidding. And I was like, oh, wait, yeah, let's do it. That sounds fun. And we've just been working our ass off for this long. And we definitely are prepared for anything. Like you throw a show at us, no matter how big, like
we
we're
never
ready.
said no.
No.
No matter what the circumstance was, we never said no. So whether it was a metal show to a blues rock gig to whatever, we played it. We played every show because we didn't know if we were from,
shout out
where we're from. Like we didn't have, we had only a select few places we could play and
towns of 70
stuff. So like
this is what rock
there
bands,
was a show.
But this is what rock bands are supposed to be.
Yeah.
This is what rock bands are supposed to be, is what you're describing right here, right now. There are so many fucking bands I know that can't do what you just described. You guys remind me of a band. Amanda's gonna fucking love this. Here's because I see her in chat. She's gonna love this reference. You guys remind me of a band in town. They're not here anymore. They were called B. Just the letter B with an exclamation point.
Never heard of them.
The reason I say this is because still to this day, Sean's actually been on the podcast. Dan lives in LA, which is why he's never been on the podcast, because we don't do remotes. For anybody who's curious why a lot of people are like, how come this guy has it? Because they're not here, and I don't do remotes. That's why. Point being is, Dan Knight from B used to say exactly that verbatim. We'll play anywhere, anytime. If somebody offers us a show and we're not already playing that night, we will say yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why my calendar looks
that
the
was
way it is.
Always our motto.
And these are the best musicians in town, period. Dan Knight, when he moved to LA, became Billy Ray Cyrus's bass player. Like, that's the level that he was on.
Okay.
Immediately left town and became like just stratified. Boom.
Yep.
They even started another fucking band. I think it was called like Uncle Chuck or some shit like that.
Sure.
And Dan's playing guitar and singing in that band with Billy Ray Cyrus side by side.
Nice.
This is Miley Cyrus's dad.
Yeah.
Like, this is not
fucking
small
Billy Ray,
level
man.
community. This is A level, because Billy's legit. Like
Mullets and
Billy Ray Cyrus is a seriously legit musician.
Yeah.
Like achy breaky heart, jokes, make fun, do what you want. That dude will run circles around most people.
Yeah, man. That's
You know what I mean?
that's
Like,
a
these are
mullet.
That's got some
real
good
pros.
twangy guitar.
That's a
in that.
mullet from another dimension.
Dude, these guys are real pros, though, is what I'm saying.
Absolutely. And
And
I'll
he
say,
used- and that's what they used to say.
Yeah.
Amanda
It's like,
says we
don't
should
say
listen
no.
to them.
and I'll say this though, like I think
Yes,
me and
yes,
Kyle.
everyone should listen to B.
Absolutely. I think me and
I'll play it
Kyle.
for you. I'll play it for you on your way out.
Hell yeah. I think me and Kyle would agree on this. Is that like, yeah, you know, if for whatever reason things came tumbling to an end right now, I think we would think, man, we had a good run that was cool. But I also think that we would think that there's like, fuck, there was a lot left on the table.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You
and
know what I
didn't
mean?
mean
That's
it
why
that
we
way.
will not stop.
That's
No,
why.
I
that's
didn't
why
mean
we,
it that way.
Yeah.
Like there's like we're just finally breaking the surface. Like
I agree with that.
you know what I
100%.
mean? Like we're just barely breaking the surface. You know what?
7
we're not
years
even.
and we're barely getting started.
Yeah,
really.
we're not even near where we're want to be and what we want to do. Like this is just this is just now the very beginning. We've been trying to
agree.
get started for 7 years, and now shit's finally
actually agree
starting.
with that.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that, and it's an extremely positive thing.
And I think a thing that would give a guy comfort, like I think about it sometimes randomly, but like Clay and I started this band from day one, and we have been playing hockey together since we're 3 years old,
Yeah,
all the
we've
way
known
through
each
high
other
school.
literally our whole life.
Then the guy's wedding, like we've been friends since we're 3. That's
Yeah.
insane, but like I don't
It
know.
is pretty wild, actually.
We have a lot of
What are the odds of that? That's
That's
the other
nuts.
thing. Like, what are the
we
odds?
both
of
happen to
the
want to
fact-
be a rock. I dreamed of being in a band since I was like
Wanna be
8.
a rock and roll star?
Yeah. We
It's
we
just-
happen
well,
to
it
like
is
everything the
interesting.
same.
Well, and it's super interesting because that
And
like,
from a small town. Like, that's the other thing. Like,
Oh yeah.
like we're from a small town that there's a surprising amount of people that actually play music and sock for the amount of people that there is.
Yeah.
But like to have two of us, you know, the same age, growing up together playing hockey, and then it was like,
Football,
okay,
baseball.
yeah, and it was like, okay, now we're gonna start a band, and that's what we're gonna do. Like that's like our plan the rest of our life. Like that's how we kind of looked at it. It was like, okay, we've done this, and now we're gonna do that, and that's
think I
just
got
what
a
we're gonna
picture
do. You know,
I think I got a picture of us at like my 7th or 8th birthday party. I should post that on the band page.
you know, it's just kind of crazy though. Like it's
I mean, this is how good bands are started.
Yeah.
You listen
we're
to
so
that.
lucky. Like that's the other thing.
I'm
like
still working
we're so
hard to
lucky.
try to get Trent from ATB on the podcast
Mm.
because they have a similar story. Like these are all guys who grew up in White Bear Lake together.
Sure.
Skywind. These are all guys
Yeah.
who grew up in fucking White Bear Lake together. Like a lot of the best bands are exactly what you described. They were friends. They liked each other. They loved hanging out. They loved music, and they decided to start a band.
Yeah.
And they just happened to both get good at their instruments.
I think
And it's
After the
always
Burial is
two
super
guys.
underrated.
It's underrated. I don't know about
No, they
that,
could be bigger, like Minnesota, Prince, da, 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 like all these random things. But I don't hear After the Burial that much. But those guys are metal icons. Like
they
seriously.
are, and that's why I said underrated because
No,
like,
they're big, but like the grand scheme of things, it's like I don't hear their name just dropped randomly that much. You know?
I feel like Justin dying
Oh man,
really
R.I.P.
took wind out of their sails.
yeah. Their
And-
albums have been good
and I
since too,
don't-
which is good.
I don't feel like ATB could pull a Metallica
Mm.
because as important as Cliff was, I hate to do this. I hate to say this,
Mm.
Kyle. He's just the bass player.
Oh, I did not think you were gonna go that direction. Fuck.
Oh, that's
Whereas
funny.
like Justin was like a primary songwriter and like
Yeah,
it's
Neo
it's
Soul
harder.
is one of my favorites always,
me
and that's
too,
his
man.
thing.
Me too. And it's just hard. It's just hard when
Wolves Amongst Ravens.
one of the founding members, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, Cliff
that's a
also
whole.
wasn't a
That's a
founding
whole
member of
thing.
Metallica.
Holy crap!
Yeah, it's brutal. It was
Yeah,
devastating
for
for them.
sure.
But their future isn't written. They
No.
could still become that band.
Have you listened to Evergreen, the newest album?
Not to the level I've listened to their other stuff.
Oh yeah,
Like
Berserker. Come on, that album.
for me, there's like layers, right?
Yeah,
Like there's the first listen or two where it's like kind of a cursory, let's just hear it.
yep.
And then there's like listening, and
Yeah.
then there's like studying.
it takes a few listens to even get there. That's how I am with a lot of albums these days.
You gotta
seems
be.
like.
Okay, here's a funny story. So Amanda, who's in chat, I dated her
Speaking of the devil,
I dated her like literally fucking 20 years ago. Her and I dated. Okay. I was a
Wait a
teenage
second.
boy. I was a teenage boy.
if you're not a bassist,
she
name
listened-
the bassist from your top 10 favorite bands.
Okay,
I know
hold
I
on.
could.
We'll get to that. Hold on. We'll get to
We
that.
gotta
but
do that.
We'll get to that. But let me tell the story real quick.
Okay. I gotta
So
think
I
about
dated
this.
her like 20 years ago, and she showed me Coheed and Cambria.
Amazing.
Okay. I wasn't into it. I was like, it's cool, but it's not really my thing. I remember she like literally, I was taking a shower at her place, and she put the CD in and hit play. She played it on the CD player while I was taking the shower. Right? She's like, listen to this while you shower. Boom. I'm like, okay, cool.
Was it from 4?
Yeah, I think so.
That's
I think
a great
so.
album.
I think so, bro. Like the album with Welcome Home.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Which is, I think, their
Big metal
first major label release, but it's technically like their third album or something like that. It doesn't matter.
It's the album that you were asking questions about like a month ago.
Oh, really?
Either way,
that exact album.
Okay. Which one is it for?
point
Or
being,
it has a Roman numeral 4 on it.
point
Yeah.
being, wasn't into it.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
Right now, if you take Metallica out of the equation, because they're not currently putting out like relevant music, Coheed is my favorite band.
Really?
Yeah.
Like outside of Metallica.
This fucking guy has been playing so much Coheed
Dude,
lately.
outside of Metallica, Coheed and Cambria is my favorite band because they continue to pump out relevant, good, awesome music at a high level. Like every year they come out with an
Claudio
album.
can write stuff that's
Bro.
not boring, dude. That's
it's
all it
incredible.
is.
And when you go see him live,
Mike Inez.
the entire crowd listen. When you go see Coheed live, the entire crowd sings every lyric to every song the entire show.
Yeah,
it's not
that's-
just the choruses, it's not just the call and answer parts.
Yeah.
It's every lyric to every part of every song for the entire show. It's mind-blowing. She introduced me to that band 20 years ago and I was like, not into it.
Yeah.
Now it's literally my favorite band.
Yeah.
That's how most of it goes for me, at least.
I'm always willing to listen to an album
I
a
forget what
good
my initial point
5
was, but-
times.
I think
I don't
that you
know.
got to listen to Coheed and Cambria a
That's the
lot
point.
to enjoy them.
You definitely, it's an acquired taste.
Oh,
It's definitely an acquired taste.
Yes,
me
we
also.
do like thrice.
acoustic
All
thrice.
So, top 5 bassists. Is that what she said?
And so
If you're not a
Monty,
bass
10
player.
favorite bands?
Monty threw out Leon
Na-
Wilkinson
Oh, I see what she's trying to do. Name the bassists
of your top 10 favorite bands.
from your top 10 bands if you're not a bassist.
if you're not a bassist.
I'll exclude myself.
So Monty
I
already
can't do
threw
that.
out one
I
of mine.
don't know their names. I can tell you the bass from this band. that
Leon
band.
Wilkinson.
I'm going to try.
Try it.
I'm going to try. I'm going to
Leon
try my
Wilkinson?
top 10.
Okay.
Leon Wilkinson is one of them. Monty already spread the news. Mike Inez from Alice in Chains
Alice in Chains. Yeah.
is the other one. Oh boy, this is going to get real difficult real fast.
I bet you're gonna throw Slash in.
Yeah, I like
Slash
Todd Kearns.
from Guns N' Roses.
Todd Kearns.
Todd
That a
Kearns.
boy.
He is a awesome. Gotta throw out Gene.
Who?
Gene Simmons.
Oh man.
You gotta throw out Gene Simmons from
He's the
Kiss.
first. My first memory is like I want to play bass. I remember saying in the 2nd grade, and I have witnesses that remember listening to Detroit Rock City.
Yeah, I mean,
Weird.
come on.
It's Destroyer's framed in my wall for fuck's sake, just because of that fact.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart on the Foo Fighters bass player's name.
Nate Mendel.
Yeah, Nate Mendel.
Dude, you're a bass player.
Well, I was just helping a friend out. You know, we've been friends.
You gotta put in John Paul Jones,
Absolutely
Arguably the best bass player of all time.
arguably.
Arguably.
tight.
Oh my god,
He
I'm running out.
definitely
I've only gotten
vastly
to like
underplays on
6.
John Paul Jones vastly underplays on record.
Yeah,
Agreed.
but that's a good thing.
Oh my
honestly.
gosh,
Right.
why the fuck? I'm having a brain fart on Metallica's fucking bass player.
Which one?
The original one. Cliff. Yeah,
we just
Burton.
talked about it.
Cliff Burton, my god. Cliff Burton. Robert Trujillo's a killer bass player too. I'll
Yeah,
give him
Rob
that.
Trujillo's a beast.
Jason doesn't get enough love.
Jason
have
was
me.
good. Jason was more of
I agree.
live energy.
He
guy.
got snubbed, man. It was unfortunate. Dude, we were listening to the Death Magnetic album on the way out to Jamestown the other week. Cyanide off of the Death Magnetic album. That's gotta be one of my favorite Metallica songs, I think.
What?
Cyanide?
Dude, you're fucking out of your mind.
Come on, dude. That's
a good tune.
That's a good tune.
It's a good tune. But favorite Metallica?
Well,
nothing from that record should even be on that list.
Outside of the fucking Black Album and For Whom the Bell Tolls and Master of Puppets and shit. Come on.
You're gonna hate me, but
of course you have the staple fucking Metallica songs.
My favorite Metallica song is Battery, and I like
Battery.
That's a good.
But I'm not.
Come on,
I wouldn't say I'm a
Cyanide's good, man. That's just like an undercover fucking killer Metallica tune.
It's all right. It's good.
God
but to
damn.
say it's one of your favorite Metallica tunes, that's just like, I don't know, man.
It's one of my favorite. I'll also say Ronnie's one of my favorite Metallica songs.
Okay.
I like those albums, man. I like Load and Reload.
Here's the thing. I respect you as a musician. So if you're telling me those songs, there's something to them that I'm just not hearing, I'll respect that.
I
respect you as a musician.
I catch plenty of grief. Say that, bro. I catch plenty of grief for
I'm not
liking,
patronizing you, man. I'm being serious.
I catch a lot of grief for liking.
Maybe I'm not hearing it.
Load and Reload, but
I like them too.
As a fan of rock and roll and blues rock music, those are two good fucking records.
Nah, man, those are great records. And if they didn't have the name Metallica on them, I ain't your bitch.
Can't forget the eyes.
There's I would say 4 to 6 songs on each of those records that are absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah,
absolutely top notch.
Yeah, for sure. I like Unforgiven 2 and 3. Do you like 2 and 3 for the Unforgivens?
Sure.
I think they're well written songs.
I mean,
I like Unforgiven 3 better than 2, but
for me, peak Metallica is not the Black Album. For me, peak Metallica is And Justice for All.
What?
Yeah, you're one of those guys.
There's no bass in that album.
True, but
I feel like they were just writing their best songs at And Justice for All, personally. Ride the Lightning was a good record. But as far as like their songwriting and putting together really badass tunes, come on.
What's another controversial, like, what's the best album from this band? Like, I feel like a lot of bands are like undisputed, like Skinner, Street Survivors,
Pantera.
Cowboys from Hell.
I mean, that.
See, for me, the sound was really important for Pantera, right? For me, it really was. So, like, for me,
I'd say I have the most like attachment to Vulgar Display of Power.
Yeah, that's
because that's the one I owned. The first one I owned.
That was like Pantera's Black Album was Vulgar Display of Power. That's when they had Walk.
Yeah.
Right, like that's their version of that. For me, my favorite Pantera album, I think it's Great Southern Trendkill.
Mm. That's an underrated record, actually.
The way that fucking
domination always gets me riled up.
Bro, is that 5 minutes alone? Is that what I just hummed?
I think so, yeah.
Dude, that drum part. Bro. That shit.
Cemetery Gates is so overpowered.
5 minutes alone, and that entire album is such. I'm pretty sure that's Great Southern Trendkill, right?
I honestly don't know.
But the best sounding Pantera album for me is Reinventing the Steel.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's too bad that Pantera's whole scenario just went down the way it did. It's
what
so
about GNR?
fucking crazy.
You guys are rock and roll guys. What about favorite GNR record?
Let's
for me,
record
it's
or just
it's gotta be.
I was gonna say we can't even do record. We got to do song. I think.
For GNR, you got to do song.
They had
just
Appetite and Use Your Illusion.
So obvious. I feel like it's got to be Appetite. I mean, Use Your
favorite
Illusion
song is a better Guns N' Roses thing, and I would pick.
Mr. Brownstone.
That's what I was.
Ooh, that's a great song. For
That's
me,
what I
think
was
it's
going
Night
to say
Train.
was Mr. Brownstone. It was a toss-up between Brownstone and Night Train, but I went with Brownstone.
Yeah, dude, that song just goes. Vulgar display all day. Thanks, Monty.
I just love the.
Yeah, that riff is why Mr. Brownstone. That is saucy.
That whole record.
I get out of bed
That
around
whole
9.
record. So here's what
I
I
get
like
up
to do.
about 11, sipping a little Windsor and feeling fine. We've been dancing with.
Yeah, we're gonna try a little Canadian Windsor. See the dust on the bottle?
Might be.
Speaking of David Lee Murphy,
See
aged
somebody's Murphy.
Canadian whiskey. No, here's what
Windsor
I like to
could
do.
be done without.
Okay. It's a variation on the same game we're playing, but here's what I want to say.
Alice in Chains.
5 albums. 5 albums.
Let's do Alice in Chains quick first.
You get 5 albums on a desert island.
oh,
You're fucked. You're stuck.
yeah.
But you get 5 albums.
Okay.
And that's all you get to listen to for the rest of your life. There's enough food. There's even chicks, like cool. But you have a CD player and 5 CDs.
I got this.
Wow.
They sound great, right? Like it's a nice system.
I like this,
That's it
but
for
I'm
the
going to
rest of your
confuse
life.
people.
It's
Hold
5
on,
albums for the rest of your
on.
life. That's all you get to listen to.
One question for this: are greatest hits records
Yes.
counted or
Yes,
not?
Sure.
Greatest hits are
I
counted.
mean,
okay.
it's cheating, but yes, that's technically a CD or a record.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a pressed.
Yeah.
It's pressed, right?
And it's 5.
5. Yep. 5.
Okay.
For
I
the
think.
rest of your life. That's it.
Who wants to
Hit it
start?
up.
Should I start?
You seem like you're ready.
Okay,
so.
I think I'll start. Second helping. Leonard Skinner.
Okay.
Dirt. Alice in Chains. Super Unknown. Soundgarden. I'm gonna go with Zeppelin 4 is my 4th.
Itis is
5th.
killer, Bert says.
Okay, let's see.
Amanda
Fourth.
said, LOL, there's chicks.
I'm gonna go with for my 5th. What's my 5th gonna be? I'm gonna go
Yeah,
with
there's chicks.
God, son of a bitch,
Everybody's
my
into
5th.
chicks. Even chicks are into chicks.
You got to put a Whiskey Myers one in there.
I'm gonna go with
No, he fucking doesn't. It's top 5, Kyle. Don't be
He
a bully.
always listens
No.
to it.
I'm gonna go with
Don't be a bully, Kyle.
I'm gonna go with Stone Temple Pilots, the album with the flowers on it. What the fuck?
Thank you. That's our greatest hits.
Thank you. Their greatest hits album.
Wow.
STP's greatest hits.
Mine's confusing.
Those are my 5.
You just shit on a lifetime theory I've been rolling with, which is that nobody lists Stone Temple Pilots as one of their favorite bands.
I was going to.
I've been rolling on that theory for my entire life. At 37 years old, the two of you just completely.
I should have
were
put
like,
Slash's
theory,
original album on there.
Yeah. Yep. Mine is number 1, Hiatus Coyote, Choose Your Weapon. It's like a R&B jazz group. I don't know.
Okay.
But I would probably put Core by Stone Temple Pilots. I really like them. Them and Alice in Chains are my top 90 bands. I would pick Facelift instead because the album intro on that.
Yeah,
my
We Die Young
God.
is sick. I'm actually going to substitute my Stone Temple Pilots album for a different record, but I'll let you finish.
No, it was in stone, bro. It's forever. You're
I don't
locked
know. I always have loved
This record's
Skinnerd, and playing this tribute show with Chain Lightning, I would say Street Survivors is just god
in.
tier.
They should change their name to Shane Lightning.
Just because I've listened to it so much lately, Era's self-titled. They're a modern metalcore band. Love that shit. And weirdly, I'd probably say Velvet Revolver's Contraband, because that's like one of the first CDs my grandma ever bought me when I was like 7, and that's when I was like, oh my god, music is fucking sweet. So that's just kind of like a, was that 4 or 5? That's 5.
That was 5.
Yeah.
Nice. Can't argue with that.
I'm changing out my STP album for Rocks by Aerosmith.
Ooh.
I'm a big Aerosmith fan.
Yeah, that's, now I feel bad.
All right, now
but-
you're still on the island, but you got your 5 albums.
Okay.
Okay. Now you can only drink one alcoholic beverage for the rest of your life, but it's forever, and it's there. You don't make it. You don't have. There's no work involved, right? So you don't have to handicap it for ease. It's just there.
Can we have ice?
Yeah.
Okay. Jameson Black Barrel on the rocks. That's it.
I'm gonna say a Jack Cloudy.
I mean, it can also be beer. It doesn't have to be a mixed drink. It can
Whiskey,
be whatever you want.
Whiskey's too good.
I think I would. I would do Jack Cloudies for the rest of my life.
What's a Jack Cloudy?
Jack water with a splash of Coke.
Really?
Yep.
So it's
Hydrate
Jack
and get
Daniels,
drunk. It's
Jack,
great.
Jack on the rocks, water, splash of Coke.
Interesting.
You like the Jack Cloudy I got you at Rockfest? Because that guy was so confused.
That was good, but it could have used.
It was basically
We
a
got to
shot
get
at-
back to the Rockfest thing. by the
Oh
way.
yeah.
But
we're-
yeah, I
we're-
like
okay.
Jack Cloudies. That's my
Okay.
If I'm not having a beer at the bar, that's what I'll get is a
Okay, so
Jack
you got-
Cloudy.
So you got your fucking music for the rest of your life. You got your drink for the rest
Okay.
of your life. Now you can. Here's the next one. You can only eat one type of meat. For the same thing. You're on this island, but it's plentiful. And again, preparation, work ethic, not an issue. Okay, so it can be the prime rib of a steak, like a cow, right?
Yeah.
It can be just bacon, but it's only one. Right?
Deters Dairy
and
Hamburger.
you don't have to worry about, like with bacon, you don't have to worry about like
Bacon
fucking
bees.
curing it, and
Yeah.
smoking it, none of that, right?
It's just there.
It's just, yeah, exactly.
plentiful.
I feel like I'm gonna regret it, but my favorite food is lobster. But I feel like that'd probably get old after a while. But it's my
They're
favorite.
all going to
so-
get old.
Yeah,
That's the
fair,
catch.
fair.
Like,
I mean,
everything's-
lobster.
you're
fucking-
going to hate it after a while.
I mean, I gotta go for a prime rib steak, man. You can't get better than that. That's
Yeah.
especially one straight off of frickin' Deters Dairy, man.
Oh,
Whew.
fucking one of them Deters boys gives you a good cut on one of his cows. Boy,
Plenty-
I'll tell you what, them
the-
Deters boys know how to fuck a cow. I mean, fuck up a cow. I mean, fuck up a cow. I meant to say up. Fuck up a cow.
I tell you
But they'll
what.
fuck some cows, too. Them
I
Deters
tell you
boys are
what, that
weirdos.
meat's a
They'll
plentiful,
fuck
boy.
some cows. They'll fuck that cow.
I got plenty of
You
meat
turn
for
your
you.
back. Deters boys, they'll fuck your cow.
The meat surplus.
They'll fuck it.
Surplus.
I mean, seriously, they'll go elbow
I'll
deep
give
on
you
their
a.
cow.
I'll
They'll
give
go
you.
elbow deep.
I'll give you just under a serving
they?
size.
They'll go elbow deep on your cow without a glove.
Oh,
okay.
my- okay.
Fucking
Might not be-
perverts.
Might not be
Fucking
very big
perverts.
around, but it sure is short.
I'll tell you what, if you were
Uh,
able to be a registered sex offender for farm animals, the Deters boys would be FBI wanted #1.
It might not be very deep, but it's all the way in.
Elbow deep. Elbow deep, baby. Dude,
Oh, man.
my wife literally will, it's gotten to the level, my wife will hit me if I do a Southern accent.
Oh no.
She hates my Southern accent. She's
Well,
from
because
the
it
South.
sounds like shit.
She's from the South. I
That's
got-
why. Okay, you could have prefaced with that.
Okay, well, first of all, Clay, you son of a bitch.
Dude, quit fucking sounding like shit for one. And
First
then
of all, you
try
sound-
your southern accent.
First of all, you son of a bitch.
You're stuck on a desert island, but there's an ice machine. Hey, I don't make the
Hey,
rules.
there's power. I said there's power. You have a CD player. Why is... Wait a minute. I said there's power, you have a CD player, and your qualm is that there's an ice machine.
Sick.
Oh, man. That would be a nice ass.
Clay's face with a cow's ass.
Talk
Whose
about-
rocks your socks off.
Talk
Hey,
about breeding
hey,
techniques.
I want to see. We've had a lot of
World's
people
largest
commenting.
Holstein
We've had a
cow.
lot of people commenting. I want to check something. Have
should
we hit
probably check
400
those.
subs? I want to see. Have we hit 400 subs?
I'll
We
show
have
you.
officially hit 400 subs, you guys.
I'll show you a
401
cow's
subscribers.
ass.
Holy fucking shit. Thank you guys so much, man. Literally, I swear to God, like 4 days ago, we were
Hit
at
the issue.
390.
Hit the issues, subscribe. We're at 390 right now. Can we get to 400
Let's
or
get
what?
both. Let's
Let's
get
get the
both
issue.
channels. Let's
Amanda,
get both
we have
channels.
CDs. We got you.
Let's get both.
The
Let's
29th.
Let's get both. To
On the
400 by
29th,
tonight.
hit our website. CDs will be available for purchase on our website. Otherwise,
it's the main one. It's the one right up there. There you go, right in the middle.
Yeah, Wasted Life. They'll
Put
be
it right
available on our website, theissuemn.com.
There you go.
As well as a bunch of merch. You can find our merch on there.
Holy fuck, we hit 400 subs.
Bam.
Cheers, boys. Cheers. Fucking cheers. Holy shit.
Be a lot cooler.
I
if
swear
you
to God,
did.
we were never going to hit 400 subs, dude. Like, we buoyed at like 370, and then we got to 390, and like every 2 or 3 we would get, I'd lose 2 or 3. Like, people would sub to the channel and be like, what the fuck is this shit show of a podcast? And they were out as fast as we could get them. So thank you guys for hanging out with us, subscribing. 401 subscribers, man. That's fucking cool, dude.
Turns out
we genuinely struggle on YouTube. We kill it on audio. Like, we have a global audience on audio. Like, that's doing great. iTunes, Spotify, fucking Amazon. We're on all the dumbass, iHeart, all of it, right?
Oh yeah.
And we do very well. So people are across the world are hearing your music. And that is awesome. But
Good chow.
YouTube has been a brutal struggle. So thank you guys so much, man. I really appreciate it. Once
Turns
we hit
out you talk
1,000
about playing shows with a roof and you get some subscribers, you know?
YouTube's a tough one to crack.
No,
and
I'm
it's
telling
so
you,
easy to just.
it was the reason we hit 400 tonight. It was Live, Laugh, Love. It was that comment.
It was.
It
Oh
was
my
the,
God.
It was the Disney Live, Laugh, Love, top of the pyramid, orgies on wooden scaffolding. That's scaffolding. That's what brought us to 400.
Scaffolding.
Fuck you, Clay.
But Jared, real question.
Piece of shit.
Jared, real question. What's your favorite
Is
type
the
of
wood
Cheez-Its?
high or is it low?
Cheez-Its?
Yeah, favorite type.
Original.
Tabasco, bitch.
Original.
toasty.
That's my wife's favorite.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep, my wife is extra toasty.
And just so you guys know. Oh no, I got one more. Fuck. I thought I had
All
it.
right.
We're talking about Trailer Park Boys earlier though.
We were talking about Trailer Park Boys.
Best quote.
Have you guys seen them live?
No. Oh,
Never
I
seen
think
Randy.
Cheeseburger Randy goes on tour.
I don't know if they still do.
They
the
used
live
to.
tours.
I don't think they do anymore, but they did do.
Letterkenny's doing the live ones. I actually worked.
Yeah,
You know they're like
sure.
the Ricky-isms and stuff though. Like my favorite one is Buck
Cheese
Winter
boys.
Chicken Dinner.
Fucking embarrassing me in front of the neighbors.
Everybody's favorite is Bubbles, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a big fan of fucking Julian. I think he's got it going on. The whiskey glass all day is the right move.
Peños.
He fucking knows how to deal with the cops when need be. He'll
Rolls
run-
his car and his whiskey's
not
not
I mean,
spilled.
Ricky's my favorite.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
I mean,
Bubbles
yeah.
is everyone's favorite. Ricky's my favorite, just because it's
His quotes.
It's the sayings.
I just like Julian because he makes sure he mixes a drink before he gets in the car.
No, my favorite single line of all of Trailer Park Boys. It's a combination. It's not just one line. It's one line, but it's one line in response to the setup.
Yeah.
So somebody's like, "Oh, fuck off, Ricky," and then a couple minutes later, like Ricky's walking away, and they're like, "Ricky, where are you going?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm fucking off like you told me to, bud." Dude, I have said that in real life so many times.
Let's make like a tree and
Dude,
fuck off.
Like literally, people are like, "Dude, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm fucking off like you told me to, bro."
Water under the fridge, boys.
That's a good one. Water under the fridge.
No, I think the coolest thing in Trailer Park Boys was
Monty's
that
the fucking
they're getting
man.
chased on a helicopter because they're like growing dope and stuff. And the car like rolls like 7 times, and Julian crawls out, and his drink's not spilt one bit.
Yeah, he hasn't spilt the drop. Still has all the ice.
It's not Rocket Appliances, boys.
Not Rocket Appliances.
Oh,
Self-smarted
that's fucking
gentlemen.
funny. Next Friday, the 29th.
Yeah,
Wasted
plug your
Life.
shit, boys. Plug your shit.
TheIssueMN.com, at TheIssueMN on Instagram, Facebook.com/TheIssueMN, Twitter, the same shit.
God, you got that dialed.
YouTube is also TheIssueMN.
Let's
And
get
fucking,
both of our channels above
we're
400 subs
close to
tonight.
400.
Let's do it tonight.
Yeah, if you're gonna subscribe to anything, if you're feeling like you're gonna do just one, YouTube is definitely it.
The music video.
That's gonna help us.
It really, YouTube is like one of probably the more important ones, because once you finally monetize on YouTube,
Yeah, you gotta get
that's where the
1,000.
real money is.
Exactly.
Like, and you don't, it's
It
free.
pays.
It's free. You don't have to do shit. You just hit that red sub button for these guys.
Then mute it. Fuck
Hit
it.
the like button.
Don't mute it.
Don't do that.
I didn't say that.
Watching is actually the most important thing. But when a group or a channel is below 1,000 subs, you hit that fucking red subscribe button. You get them to 1,000 subs. YouTube, Google starts paying them when those stupid ads pop up. The ads already pop up for you.
Yeah,
But
they're
if the-
already there.
Exactly. But if the people you're watching aren't at 1,000 subs, they don't get a cut. So just that, it's so helpful. So let's get above 1,000.
It's so easy.
Or let's get above 400 tonight.
And Patreon,
Subscribe.
bitch.
And Patreon, bitch.
729 Wasted Life
Next
Paradox music video next Friday. It's all yours.
So go to the issue.
Thank you guys.
So you guys, what is your official YouTube? It's youtube.com/theissuemn.
MN. Yep.
The issue MN. youtube.com/theissuemn.
That's our handle for everything.
Hit subscribe. Hit the notification bell. That way next Thursday,
Next Friday.
you guys will get the notification when the new video drops. And then make sure you go to their website, their Facebook, all that other shit. Catch the tour dates, when they're going to be in town, blah, 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 blah.
Merch.
We got to blow them up so you guys can get out of the country. You guys
Hey,
get
man.
to Europe.
Yes,
We got to
sir.
get you to Europe.
Yeah.
We got to
we,
get you
That
to
is the
Europe.
truth.
We got to
We got-
get you to Europe.
we got listeners in
Europe.
Europe
We
we
gotta get
want
you to Europe.
to play for. So
We got to get you.
We need
got
to
a
get
good
over there.
The podcast has a great following in Europe.
Europe loves rock and roll,
Europe.
man.
Dude, seriously, we have a huge following in Europe
Yep.
for the podcast. So there's
You-
a bunch of people in Europe
You'll have
listening to
that.
your music right now.
You'll have that in them smaller farming communities.
Yep. The Europeans
And be
really
sure to
love
check out the
rock and
world's
roll.
largest Holstein cow. I'm telling you.
All right, we love you guys. Thanks for hanging out.
Hey,
thanks
thanks
for
for hanging.
subscribing. Thanks for chatting.
The
You guys are an
issuemn.com.
absolute blast. You guys are the reason we all do this. We're building the community back up. By the way, tomorrow night, TC Summerfest. Shout out to our boy Logan Stahlecker hooking up with my other boy, Ezra Tuaolo. This whole thing's happening because of the podcast, because of the community we're building here. Those guys are playing together tomorrow night. Both of them have been on the podcast already. That's happening tomorrow night, Friday, TC Summer Jam. I will be there hanging out. We're going to party. We're going to have a good time. So come say hi tomorrow night, TC Summer Jam. Blah, 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 blah. Check these boys out. Links are in the description. We love you. And
Gorlami,
we're-
bitch.
We're out.